Guthrie Football 2023 is brought to you by Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, and you. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. North Church Guthrie, you matter. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. S&T Oilfield Services, Joshua 2415. The Martin Insurance Agency, insurance excellence. Integrity Heat and Air, we work with integrity. Strive Wellness Lounge, health therapy. Eddie Hinkey, Stetson Bentley, real estate. Guthrie Bluejay Football is also brought to you by Interbank, A-Team Overhead Door, Hayes Tree Service, Guthrie Tag Agency, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic I-35 and Highway 33, Mosquito Authority, E&H Dirt Work, Exxon, and Mayor Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma.
Welcome to Guthrie Football. The following is a production of Guthrie Football, spanning across the Blue Jay Network.
Throws it up for Dante Foster in triple coverage. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's go live to the stadium with the voice of the Blue Jays, Chris Evans, and tonight's Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
From Western Oklahoma, welcome to Guthrie News Page TV as we get set for Guthrie Blue Jay football here on GMP TV. Coming to you from Boomer Stadium, Woodward, Oklahoma. Glad you're spending your Friday night with us here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show, along with Aaron Ryburn, Cody Knox, Lance Evans, Kel Evans, Michael Pruitt, Connor Phillips, Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, and Chris Evans. Is that 10?
What did you say, Sean?
Yeah, oh, no, I didn't. He's the new guy. He's a new guy. He gets the special attention.
We're all so scared of him.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sean Silvas here on the broadcast. It's the 1-0 Blue Jays taking on the 0-0 Woodward Boomers. It will be the first game of the season for Woodward, coming off a 1-9 season a year ago. More on that later on. Blue Jays were impressive last week, Phil, 40-0 over Ponca City.
You know, a ball game that I think we all thought would be much closer than that. Mm-hmm. Some of us thought it would be much closer than that, but the Blue Jays just looked great from start to finish. A couple turnovers, a few things, but for 0 week, man, a fabulous performance. I think you could definitely give them a grade of an A last week, and had some kids show up that haven't had a lot of playing time in the positions that they really showed out in, and so I tell you, it was a very encouraging 0 week performance by the Blue Jays.
Always interesting to see how Blue Jay teams go when we travel to Woodward or Guyman in years past. Couple-hour long bus trip, so we'll see how they react on the road. Heavy favorites on the paper. Yeah. You got to put that behind and come out and perform well, and not have last week look a little better than what it was.
Yeah, and I think that's where good coaching comes in, right? I mean, you got to keep the kids level-headed, keep them focused on what they're doing, getting better every week, building up to district play here in a few weeks. And, I tell you, again, over the years, years past, Woodward and Guthrie, they had some great ball games years past. Yeah. And, Woodward's been a little bit, the town's, shrinking in size. Next year they're going to be in 3A. Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going on out here. But I'll tell you, this is the Blue Jays. The big thing about tonight, stay healthy and get better. I think you'll probably have an opportunity to get some kids some playing time tonight. Help them get better, get some experience on Friday nights. So this is a game that you want to stay healthy and get better.
First of 2 road games for the Blue Jays here in back-to-back weeks. Next week we'll be in Duncan. Take our opening time out here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. We'll dive into a little bit more on this series as well, a little bit more about Woodward's new head football coach and how the Blue Jays look to go 2-0 here in the young 2023 football season. Glad you're with us here on this Friday night, all the way in Woodward, Oklahoma. This is the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Integrity Heat and Air provides award-winning heating, ventilating, and air conditioning services to Guthrie and the surrounding areas. Integrity's indoor air quality specialists are friendly experts at service, repair, and installation. They proudly serve and install the latest Linux products and service all other brands with their A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Contact Integrity today at 405-833-5992 or online at integrityheatandair.com. Integrity Heat and Air, it's our pleasure to serve.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years. I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Go Blue Jays!
Strive Wellness Lounge is a professional concierge nursing, innovative nurse practitioner-led practice using cutting-edge technology to give you convenient care, IV therapy, telehealth, medical weight loss, men's health, ED, testosterone, and hormone therapy. In our Wellness Lounge, or the convenience of your residence, hotel room, or place of business within reasonable time of receiving your call or text. Strive Wellness has designed several formulas. Call us at 405-293-4160.
Think First Blue Jay kickoff show. The young Woodward Boomers getting ready when they become a Boomer at the high school. Little League here tonight. This is opening night here in Woodward, Oklahoma, 2 hours away, and a community that takes a lot of pride when they're out here by themselves. You know, there's some smaller towns. They're kind of the hub of western Oklahoma. So Woodward has some great history and got a great girls basketball program. Trying to get things going here on the football gridiron after a few things. But it is going to be warm this evening as bring in Sean Silvas. And Sean, it was as we continue to travel west, the temperature continued to go up.
Yeah, it seemed like the further west we got, the fewer trees we ran into, and then we ran out of trees, and then no shade. Where I'm standing on our side of the field, there's no shade. So it seems like the home team's going to have a little bit of shade advantage, but when they walk out on the field, it's going to be warm, at least till the sun goes down.
Well, and Sean, maybe advantage Sean Silvas tonight. Usually the press box guys get the heaters and the air conditioning, but we're kind of in a closed, tight press box, no air circulation, so it might be better to be Sean Silvas tonight.
Definitely. If you guys notice the flag, it's actually moving quite a bit. So even though the sun's beating down, there's actually a breeze down here. So
Sean told me earlier on the drive up he's cutting back down to 165. So tonight he's going to cut back to 165, be right back where he used to be.
Phil, if I saw 265, I'd be happy.
All right, Sean, we'll get you in here. By the way, Sean, you were asking me about the officials. They didn't get here until maybe 10 minutes ago, so I'm not sure if they had car issues or what.
Well, lucky for them, it's going to be easy to warm up, so they shouldn't take them too long.
All right, Sean Silvas on the Guthrie Bluejays side. We'll be visiting with him throughout the entire evening. And 98 degrees. And Blue Jays were in it last week. It was warm, so it's been fairly nice mornings and evenings, but it's warm right now.
It's really warm right now, and I'll tell you, these kids, of course, you hydrate all the time, hopefully. But last week we didn't see a lot of cramping. So it tells us the kids are taking care of themselves and doing the right things. So I would expect the same this week.
Take a look at the series history. We talked about these two programs, and Woodward dominated the series early on in the series, but Guthrie's really had their way as of late as they meet for the 35th time.
Yeah, we won 12 of the last 13 meetings, and
that one 2019. That was ugly. Forget about that one.
That was a rough year all the way around, but But, I think that, we talked a little bit about the shrinking population base out here, the shrinking average daily attendance at the schools. But this is a proud community. You look down here, you got the Little League cheerleaders everywhere for Woodward. You've got stands filling up for Woodward. They're ready for Friday Night Lights, ready for the season opener for the Bombers.
Yeah, this first game was back in 1976. Guthrie leads the overall series 1915, and really it was the other way around until obviously the last 13 meetings have helped prevail the Blue Jays over that. Taking another time out here on the Blue Jay Kickoff Show. When we come back, presented by Bank First, when we come back, we'll take a look at some game notes. A little bit later on, we'll have our keys to victory. We'll have our starters or impact players of the game that we expect to be big tonight, as well as the Mercy Health Report. All coming up here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Do you need to register that brand new car? Be sure to stop in at Guthrie Tag Agency. Need a tag renewal? The Guthrie Tag Agency can help you stay up to date. If you need to update your driver's license or obtain a real ID, let the Guthrie Tag Agency help assist you. Located at 2105 South Division Street, the Guthrie Tag Agency is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to noon on the first and last Saturday of the month. For more info, call 405-282-3873.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Meet Eddie Hankey with Stetson Bentley, your gateway to exceptional real estate opportunities. Whether you're seeking a cozy home or a thriving commercial space, Eddie has the expertise to match your unique needs. From family-friendly neighborhoods to lucrative business locations, Eddie is your partner in making the right property move. Explore the endless possibilities together. Eddie Hankey, where home and business meet success.
Martin Insurance is your local agent ready to serve you. We have over 150 years experience and represent all major insurance companies, so you get the best coverage and price for your specific needs. Whether you need coverage for personal, home, and auto, or for your business, no account is too big or too small. For that local service and expert knowledge you deserve, stop by Martin Insurance at 115 South Broad Street in Guthrie. Call Mike Cheap, Pat Cheap, or Chris Herzl at 405-282-3770 or visit cheapbrothers.com anytime. Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show, Woodward, Oklahoma, Woodward County. Ronnie Phillips, Sean Silvas, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. It is the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show, and a little tight quarters here in the press box, so I don't have my computer out like I normally do, my working computer. So we still invite you, though, as we broadcast this on our Guthrie News Page YouTube channel. We invite you to continue to bring us those comments, and I'll try to keep up with them throughout the night. Mark West says, let's go Blue Jays. Sarah Phillips checking in on YouTube as well. And Greg Gibson says, good to see you guys made it there safe. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Greg. And we will look to follow your comments throughout the night here on the broadcast. Take a look at some of the game notes coming into this contest with Guthrie and Woodward, Phil. And Guthrie, 23-7 in non-district games under Kelly Beebe.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly's had a very, very successful non-district run. He's had a very good district run as well. And, you know, I think you look at it and you know, at this particular matchup, we've just dominated on the offensive side of the ball over these last 7 meetings. You know, 253-85 in points scored, or have outscored Woodward 253-85. So it's been a really good thing.
And I'm sure everyone's read the Guthrie News Page article, the game recap. 7 yards of offense the Guthrie defense had, and negative 11 yards rushing. Someone said, well, yeah, but that counts sacks. Okay, well, there was a lot of sacks in that game. So
exactly.
Guthrie defense looking to pile up. Meanwhile, Woodward, first time to be on the field to go up against anybody else. They haven't had a scrimmage. Obviously, this is their first game, so we'll see how they react to that.
And I don't know why. I mean,
first-year head coach, so maybe
I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, it seems a little unorthodox, but he knows his team. He knows what he's trying to accomplish. So we'll get to see him first time, like everybody else tonight.
Yeah, 1-9 a year ago. They are the 9th largest school in Class 4A as the Woodward Boomers come onto the field. They're the 9th largest class in 4A, but due to their record over the last couple of years, they will actually play in Class 3A football next season.
Yeah.
And those are your game notes here this evening. You're taking another time out here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. Come back, we're getting closer to the coin toss as well as our Mercy Health Report and the keys to victory here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
I know John for a long time. I like the fact that I can drive into the Autoplex and I know I'm going to get greeted by a courteous salesperson that's really there to help me. Not to pressure me to buy a car, but to help me. I've sent a lot of people to John. They make you feel like they were very, very glad you bought a car from John Vance.
John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. You see some of the Guthrie faithful make the trip up to Woodward. So 12 minutes away from kicking off, so I'm sure the fans will be piling in on that far side. They're in the sun, so it looks like they're pretty tough over there in the sunlight. Also in the sunlight is Sean Silvas. Let's go downstairs with him.
No, guys, you were talking about keys to victory, and I was just thinking about, sometimes the keys that seem the simplest are the ones that are the easiest to let get out of hand. I would think with this new coach, this new excited team, they might come out swinging hard, but I know Guthrie's gonna fight back. So we'll see once they get punched in the mouth how well they can stand up to it. But I think early on they might see a little hope. We'll see how long they can last.
All right, Sean, appreciate that report. And actually, Woodward has already come onto the field. They ran onto the field. Well, 12 minutes left on the pregame clock. Guthrie's still in their locker room, so Woodward a little extra excited to get out here. They're just standing around now while Guthrie continues to get their pregame instructions. So first game, jitters, maybe, I'm not sure. So let's take a look at some of the impact players that will play a role in tonight's game, Phil, and I think we'll go offensive line and some linebackers.
Well, I'll tell you, this offensive line last week was absolutely dominant. Defensive line was as well, and saw two of the mainstays there, and Tommy White, left tackle, and left guard Cooper Walters, Tommy Sr., Cooper just a sophomore. And then on the defensive side, Josh and Kellen, I tell you, senior and sophomore on linebackers, senior and sophomore on the offensive line. We were talking about Kellen before we came on the air, and I think this kid's has a chance to be a really good one for the Blue Jays. And Josh Varnell's continuing that Varnell tradition at linebacker for the Blue Jays. I think led the way last week in tackles. He's a little bit everywhere. So 4 outstanding players for the Blue Jays. Look for them to continue to improve tonight.
Let's take a look at the offensive and defensive starters for the Blue Jays. And again, there is the offensive line there. Christian Perrin, Jacob Owens, Samaje Morgan, Cooper Walters, and Tommy White. Should be not running back Eli Plagg. That's probably a misprint there. That's Jalen Harper. But Eli Plagg, a tight end, that's done well last week blocking as well.
Yeah, he's done very, very well. Of course, keeping that Plagg family tradition as well. There's 3 of them now, I think, been through here with Eli. And so it's good to see. Very disciplined kid. Does a good job, does his role very, very well. So had a nice game last week, continuing it to this week.
Take a look at the defense. Again, held Ponca City to 7 yards of total offense, negative 11 rushing. And Phil, we'll talk about it throughout the broadcast. Carl Albert and Del City are really, really good, but this Guthrie defense, there's been some good ones, but this one's pretty darn good.
Well, I think it starts with number 5, Delonte Glover. You know, he is so quick and so athletic on that defensive line. You'll see him tonight. He'll disrupt everything from the first snap to the last. I think it starts with him. That D-line does a great job across the board. Of course, Nico Pena, 3-year starter as well over there. Eli Maroney, returning starter from last year, had a great season in his junior campaign. And so it's great. We talked about Josh and Kellen, and then Nate Benford. You can't talk about the Guthrie defense without talking about Nate Benford.
Yeah.
An absolute 5A shutdown corner. Does a great job. Could see him a little bit on offense, but I think tonight you probably won't. But he's a tremendous defensive player. And then Tariq Watson, Kyron Axtell, and Xavier Williams round out the defensive backfield.
Those are the starters for tonight for the Blue Jays. Take our final timeout here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. When we come back, coin toss, and the Blue Jays run onto the field in the kickoff, along with those keys to victory. This is the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
The rights to this broadcast have been granted by Guthrie Public Schools. Any rebroadcast or republication of the programming without the written consent of Guthrie Public Schools is strictly prohibited. There you see the Blue Jays getting ready to come out onto the field here in just a little bit. 6 minutes away from kickoff, and the good news is we do have game officials here. They just now came out onto the field for the very first time. So they didn't go through their pregame drills as far as looking at players, making sure cast, and there's no earrings, no jewelry, that type of stuff. So, in fact, we only see 2 officials down on the 3 officials right now on the field. So
4. I see a 4.
Okay, good. Yeah. So we almost got a full crew here, but okay.
We see all 5. Have 5. Okay.
Okay, good deal. So we do have game officials tonight, and that's always a good thing. As we await the captains come out onto the field, let's take a look at the keys to victory for both teams, Phil. And pretty simple here. For Guthrie, you got to erase all doubt from the start. Just, your heavy favorites on paper. Yeah. Make it known immediately.
Yeah, come out, set a tone in the game early. You see it right here. Offensive line continue to dominate. Defensive line dominate. I mean, that's the big thing, and stay healthy.
There you see the rest of the victories. There's a good look at the Blue Jay captains. Nico Pena there on the front.
Eli Maroney's in there. Can't make out the other 2 jerseys, but Harper, and can't tell.
Yeah, it's going to be Xavier Williams.
Okay.
You see the official. Talking to Woodward, by the way, Phil, we were talking about these before we went on the air. Cool uniforms, the black and gold, they really pop.
They really do. Good look. Black and gold looks good. I don't care where it's from.
Yeah.
It's just a great combination. We'll see a little black and gold tomorrow when Colorado plays TCU.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see there. And I got to tell you, this is probably my favorite Blue Jay uniform combination.
Yeah. You do love this one.
I love the white-blue with the black there, and I think that's a great, great look for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
So on the road here in Woodward, Blue Jays yet to come right onto the field. Woodward has basically been standing still for 8 minutes on the sideline as they came running out early in this one. And bear with us a little bit, our broadcast. We're going to try to make it look natural to what everyone is accustomed to, but on the road, tighter space, things are warming
up here, so we're going to try to make it look natural, but do bear with us here. We usually have nice, flush, high bandwidth internet. We're on a hot spot tonight, so bear with us if something happens a little weird. We're going to be working on it and try to give you the product that you have grown to enjoy over the years. Mercy Health reports, Phil, looks like I think the Blue Jays are safe coming in for the most part. You know, Jalen Harper and Hayden Calvert were probable last week. We'll see if, Hayden was out there looking good. And main thing is to, I think, get some success early and maybe get some young guys in there and get some varsity playing time.
Yeah, I think that's always in a game like this. Try to get better. We talked about it a few minutes ago. Try to get better, get some kids incorporated into Friday night action so they can just feel what it's like on Friday nights. And even with Woodward being where they are right now, I mean, when you get those third teamers in there, some of those kids that don't get a lot of playing time, that's going to be a rise in competition for them, so they'll get to feel that difference and get a little better. So stay healthy. Like I said, I keep saying it, but these kind of games always make me nervous on the healthy part, right? Because you got to stay healthy. Now, the best way to get hurt in football is to not go 100%. So, and that's never a problem with the Blue Jays, but I expect everybody, I think a lot of kids are going to get playing time. I told Rob Hudson, the longtime statistician for the Blue Jays, I said, get your pen ready because you're going to have a lot of extra names on the sheet tonight, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. And so Mercy Health reports, another thing is drink a lot of fluids on that sideline. Keep all those away. So, and captains have met. So here in a few minutes, a few seconds, the Blue Jays will be running out onto the field here in just a few moments. Shake hands one final time, and we're under 2 minutes away from kicking this one off.
I was telling one of our great sponsors, Strive Wellness Lounge. Of course, they are the Strive Wellness Lounge PAT. He said you should have a good night. So I think there'll be a lot of mentions tonight for them,
along with all of our other great sponsors, and we appreciate every single one of them. And we'll wait for the Blue Jays to come out onto the field, but we want to give another big special thanks to John Vance Motors as the broadcast team of 10 and all the equipment. And it was getting tough to find transportation, and John Vance Motors sponsoring a van for the broadcast team for the season, so we can be a little bit more comfort and not have to drive so many vehicles out as the Blue Jays come out onto the field here on Boomer Stadium in Woodward, Oklahoma. Good look for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, very good look for the Jays that come out. Also, John Vance just bought a dealership here in Woodward.
Woodward, yeah.
So, excited for. And there's great corporate sponsors do so much for so many people, not just us, but so many people. Whenever you ask the question, it seems like the answer is always yes with them. So we're very lucky to have them, like you said, as well as all of our other great sponsors. We really appreciate each and every one of them.
Piers, we're going to have a moment of silence here. And I didn't think we had the national anthem, and we've had a lot of time to be. If we do go with the national anthem, we've had plenty of time. Both teams have run onto the field. Normally, we're getting ready to kick this off, so now we're having the national anthem. That's a little different, but nonetheless, let's go with tonight's national anthem. And there you have tonight's national anthem. just right before kickoff there, you see the Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe. He arrived here in 2004, took the head job in 2014 here in the 2023 football season. We're ready to kick this one off, and so now got a good crowd here for Woodward as this is the first game of the season. And take a look at the home stands, and almost packed here on the home side, as you expect for the season opener.
Yeah, that's what you'd expect, and I think there's it's Friday Night Football. It's the first game of the year, so everybody's ready to roll. A little unorthodox pregame.
Yeah. Guthrie's ready to kick this off as you run to the field, and now we're playing a fight song.
I think there's a little. I don't know if this is gamesmanship.
I don't know if it's the first game, not knowing.
They broke with a unique saying. Everybody heard very loud and clear. The Woodward Bombers did, and then it's been kind of odd. The official talk at 50-yard line took forever. It was like 4 or 5 minutes long. I mean, it's just nothing's really. This is not what we expect. So maybe we'll get ready to get back to some normalcy and just play some football here.
Well, we have Boomers out on the field, so now we're going to be Blue Jays will get the ball first offensively as Woodward will kick this one off. Woodward with their first-year head coach, Ken Gordon. He was over at Alva at Northwestern Oklahoma State University for 5 years. Now, he was a stud linebacker back in his playing days at Northwest Missouri State. Yep. So this is the first time he's ever coached at the high school level. We'll see how that plays out tonight.
Well, this could be a night where they try a lot of different things, so it should be interesting.
We're set for football. Thank goodness we're here. This one is kicked off, and this one will go into the end zone, and the Blue Jays will have a first down and 10 as Hayden Calvert and the Blue Jay offense come out onto the field.
Yeah, Hayden, a 3-year starter. I tell you, had a very, very good ball game last week. Did a great job throwing, a great job running the ball, managed the game very well, was a good leader on the field. So Hayden in the senior campaign, it's nice when you got a guy coming in, 3-year starter.
He wears jersey number 7 as you see the Jays run onto the field. 43 tight end Eli Plagg, and that offensive line, they were good last week, trying to do 2 weeks in a row. Number 4, Jalen Harper, is a running back. And the halfback, we talked about him a whole bunch last week in Blake Doles. First snap of the ball game will go to Jalen Harper along the right side, cuts it to the middle, across the 25, leans forward to the 27-yard line.
That's an awful lot like how we started last week's game. Jalen, cutting them for 7-8 yard pickup on first down. And we talked, anytime you're going second down and short, offensive coordinator's really happy.
Yeah, and his ability there to cut back.
Yeah.
He had a big hole, Cooper Walters, and on that left guard created a huge hole. Then Harper was able to cut it back in the middle of the defense. Now the Jays, we'll have a short second down and 3 here. We'll keep you under a flag thrown by the white hat, the referee. And they got here late, guys, so we won't have their graphic tonight. It's a false start on the Blue Jays. So we don't know who the officiating crew is tonight. But nonetheless, the first penalty goes against Guthrie. 9 penalties last week. One thing that Coach Beebe wanted to shore up this week, and it must have happened early on.
Yeah,
I didn't
early
see
on.
So.
It was almost so early on. It's amazing there could be a false start.
Yeah.
Not.
Well, you just start thinking, and Guthrie could have very well jumped off, but. Officials haven't been on the field for 10 minutes yet. So you kind of you start thinking out loud on different things. But nonetheless, Blue Jays back to the running game with Jalen's almost the same type play. And he gets it back about where the penalty yardage was. So it'll bring up a third down play.
Yeah, third down and short here. I think, much like every week, we'll see the Blue Jays keep the ball on the ground, establish that. Suck those people up, open some things up. Saw it last week. Really good passing game last week, getting Blake Doles involved in it and others. But you see Nate Benford over here on the split out wide on our near side here on the home side. But See a lot of the same.
3rd and 3. It's going to be a first down for Hayden Calvert, and that's what he does so well. And now as a 3-year full starter, he got his first start as a freshman in the playoffs against Lott MacArthur.
Yeah, and he's just continued to develop. Of course, physically, he's gotten much stronger, bigger. Throws a really good ball. But he's very, very effective with his feet. We saw it on that last play as he picked up the first down.
6 yards for the senior quarterback. 2 receivers. Jays will run with it on the right side. Harper looking for a hole, staying patient. And there is a flag down, and looks like Guthrie might get called for another holding penalty right in front of the white hat. As Jalen was stretching until able to put it up, but this one appears will be coming back 5 yards.
Yeah, could be a very active night with the flags, looks like. See if we can see what they saw here.
I think it was toward the end of the play. Did 14 grab from the behind?
Well, I don't.
Grab the jersey right there, Phil.
Yeah. White hat was all the way behind. I don't know if that would. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only Blue Jay really in the area that it could have been on.
Yeah.
Second penalty backs it up to the 29-yard line. 1st and 20. Calvert rolling and throwing. His first pass tonight is caught just beyond the original line of scrimmage. They're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, which was the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was. Who was that? Was that Axtell on the reception?
Kyron,
I believe. I think it was Kyron on the reception. Good catch there. You know, Blue Jays can throw the ball very, very well. I mean, it's in any situation you want to establish the run first, but if they need to throw it, they can.
2nd down and 10 play. I'll hand it off to Doles, his first carry, our player of the game last week. He lowers the boom. And here's another flag. There's been 3 flags thrown tonight, all 3 by the white hat.
Yeah, he's very active.
And this one was away from the run this time. Blake was on the just inside the numbers, and that one was near the middle.
He almost threw that. It almost threw that right where the collision was, like he's questioning something in the collision. I don't know what, but they're huddled up talking about it. Let's see what happens here.
Maybe they are discussing. The white hat says, I have this, but do you have what I have as well? It looks like they're having a hard time communicating. They keep messing with their earpieces and a whole lot. And
yeah.
See if they want to pick this up.
Yeah, they might pick it up. There you go. Okay.
With all that, Doles gets to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 7 yards. And so the Jays will have a 3rd down and 3 play. And I know you're on Woodward's side of on your own side of the field, but might be 4-down territory.
Yeah, I think so. Probably is.
Zane Thomas checks into the lineup. Jersey number 30 there on the right side of Hayden. This is where Hayden usually shines. 3 receivers to the far side. Here comes the pressure on the edge. Hayden reads it perfectly, and it'll have the first down on the near side. That's an absolutely great read by Hayden Calvert. He hands it off. It's going to be hit for a loss, but the veteran quarterback gets the Blue Jays a first down in Woodward territory.
Well, you hit it right on the head. An absolute perfect read. We're going to take a look at this here on the Integrity Heat and Air replay, but right there, man, cuts it across. Now it's just how much is he going to get? If he steps out of bounds, smart kid. Blue Jays are rolling. 30
yards officially, Phil. It's 1st down and 10. Back to the running game. There's Zane Thomas' first carry. It's a good one across the 20 to the 15. Inside the 10. 1st and goal, Blue Jays. And they can hit you with Calvert, Harper, Doles, and now Thomas.
Well, Thomas, I tell you what, the kid, he is fast. He's probably the fastest of the backs, I would think.
Yes.
But does a good job protecting that football when he finished the run. Like to see that.
20-yard run for Thomas. Hand off to Jalen up the middle. Touchdown, number 4 on the season. Number 4. And the Blue Jays are on the scoreboard.
Yeah, good job there. Again, that offensive line, these gaping holes. You see this touchdown run here. Maybe I don't know if we got it on the replay, but just a great job of opening up these lanes. And, of course, Jalen's season just finished it off. But, I mean, there's just gaping holes. So, great job by the Blue Jay offensive line.
Noah French will come on for the PAT. What an opening drive for the Jays, Phil. Strike Wellness Lounge PAT upcoming. There you get a look at the holder, Hayden Calvert. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Blue Jays on top 7-0, 9:14 to play in quarter number 1. Timeout from Woodward. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Hayes Tree Service is a proud member of the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce and a huge supporter of Guthrie Public Schools. Cody and Kathy Hayes are available 24/7 for emergency tree work when Mother Nature hits. Hayes has the experience and equipment needed for tree trimming, removal, and stump grinding. Fully insured, Hayes is the company that other tree guys call for help. For a free estimate, call 405-535-6560 or find them on Facebook. Go Blue Jays!
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
How are we looking on time?
Blue Jays on the scoreboard. Here quickly in Woodward, Oklahoma. John Vance Motor scoring summary. Blue Jays go 8 plays, 80 yards, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Jalen Harper with a 5-yard touchdown run. Game summary brought to you by good friends by John Vance Motors. Now the series was a little awkward there with the early penalties, but Jays prevail anyway, Sean.
We're going to figure that out before the end of the night.
See what? There we go, guys. You got me?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
There you go.
Well, we did.
There you go. All right. Good try, Sean.
We might have to bring Sean to the Woodward side and might have to switch out microphones. That thing.
It's finicky.
Been giving us some headaches this week.
Finicky.
Blue Jay offense, stellar on their opening drive. Now we'll see how the Guthrie defense can play it out here as they'll get their first chance at this Woodward offense. We'll talk about some of their playmakers here in just a few moments as Blue Jays stretch across the 35-yard line. Ball is in the air. It's a low line drive kick. Bounces at the 20, takes a big bounce. Picked up at the 9-yard line. Here's the return for the Boomers. And out to the 25-yard line is one of the playmakers for the Woodward Boomers, number 1, Ace Long. He will be the running back. Cool name.
That is a great football name, Ace Long. Why couldn't my parents name me Ace?
We got Connor Ace.
Connor Ace.
On our scoreboard tonight.
Yeah. That's a good one. Well, I tell you, talk about this defense last week. They were just lights out. I mean, it was unbelievable. Keep an eye on number 5. Keep an eye on that defensive line, guys, you're watching at home. These cats can flat go get it. They're quick off the ball, very athletic, very disciplined in their play. Frees up those linebackers, come up and make big hits.
Quarterback is number 12, Ryan Douglas. And we're held up again. Looked like the White Hat saw some uniform, something wrong with the uniform. We're set to play. 2-back set for the Boomers. Again, Guthrie really hadn't seen a whole lot of the Boomers on film this year, and the first one is going nowhere. And we've seen this before, Phil.
I mean, listen, the Guthrie defense is known. They're known for their defense, but they're really known for the rush defense.
Yes.
And I can tell you, we've talked about the defensive line. We've talked about the athletic linebackers. Good shot there of Eli Maroney. And there's the complete disruptor right over the ball, number 5, Glover. But just keep an eye on these guys. I tell you, you don't have to know football real well to see why they have so much success. Another stoppage.
The White Hat telling Kyron to go. See, okay, I understand there might be something wrong with this Blue Jay equipment, but the game officials did not come onto the field 10 minutes before. They're supposed to go through all this equipment stuff 30, 45 minutes ahead of time. And now they're doing it in the game situation. And I get it. There's probably something that does need to come off, but you got to get here early to administrate the game. Ball is, and they might have car trouble, Phil. I'm not sure, but you can't. This is why game officials go through all this in the pregame so that you don't have to take one of your starting defensive players out as there's another loss of play back to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Kellen Herzl there coming up. That sophomore linebacker, he's going to be a really good one, Chris. He's got seems to have great instincts. and he's an athletic kid. He can run a little bit, so good size. So keep an eye on 34. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch in the next few years.
Loss of two. 3rd down and 14. 3 receivers in the formation, a halfback and a running back. Douglas, a high snap. It goes over his head, and he's just going to jump on it inside the 5-yard line. And did Guthrie get on it instead? It looks like they did. So Guthrie will have it at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it's just, again, first game for the Woodward Bombers, so you're going to see mistakes, and this is tough. You watch it on the integrity heat and their replay, just snapped over his head. Kid tries to cover it, can't get on the ball. Eli Maroney there for the recovery, and Blue Jays are in business.
They'll take over 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Hayden Calvert, 1 play, 1 rush, 1 touchdown, and quickly into the 4 minutes and 11 seconds in the game, Guthrie's on top, 13-0.
Yeah, this is one of those games that already feels like it's going to get out of hand quick, right? And coaches from Guthrie, they'll do everything they can to manage that. They're going to want to get some young kids in there, but they got to get their varsity kids some snaps. I mean, you've got to. You got to get ready for next week, a ball game down in Duncan, and then that big homecoming game against Tuttle coming up the week after that. So you got to get them some snaps.
Noah French on for the PAT on the right side of your screen. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights. And that PAT brought to you by Strive Wellness Lounge. Guthrie quickly on top, 14-0. Timeout from Woodward. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At Terry Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans. Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, and Dennis Oakes aren't limited to any single provider. We'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terry Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terry Insure Group at 405-293-4880 or stop by at 622 South Division or visit them online at TIGOK.com. Terry Insure Group, insuring your world.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Bluejays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Lynette and Chuck take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
Blue Jays on top, 14-0. Blue Jays after the fumble by Woodward with the snap. Guthrie 1 play, 2 yards, 4 seconds. Hayden Calvert into the end zone. That is the John Dance Motors scoring summary. It was a quick one for the Blue Jay offense set up by the Guthrie defense.
Blue Jays special team last week had a very good ball game as well. Really did a good job. And right, everything we saw, we really saw it first in the scrimmage, right? Going, okay, this is a pretty darn good football team, and they're continuing it on tonight.
The S&T Oilfield kickoff service. Here's the return. A couple missed tackles to the near side, 30, 40, and will be driven out of bounds on Guthrie's side of the field.
Looks like we're going to be adding another 15 on that end of that run.
Flag is out.
Yeah, it looked like he got pushed out of bounds a little extra.
Yeah, from this side, Sean, I know you're on the other side, but I think you're still on the other side. But I do think it was out. I do think that's what it is, but it wasn't blatant. I mean, I think it's the right call, but I think it was more of a continuation. Kid just didn't pull up quick enough, and it wasn't some violent hit, but I think that definitely he was out of bounds.
So here's the return. It all started at the 14-yard line. Nice return there by Ace Long, the running back. He got to the 34-yard line, but looks like a young Woodward Boomer got ran over as well. So tackled at the 34, add on the 15, and now the Blue Jay defense truly tested for the first time this season as Woodward have it to begin at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, starting deep in their own end of the field. And I think what you'll see from the Blue Jays is the same thing they do every snap. They're going to play fundamental defense, disrupt up front, let those linebackers go make plays, see what happens.
Woodward looking for their first positive play of the night. Remember, -2, then a snap over the head that resulted in a fumble. Ryan Douglas, the quarterback. Number 12, Ace Long, the running back. There's a snap, rolling to the side. Douglas throws it into the end zone. It's broken up nicely by Kyron Axtell. Couldn't play it any better, Phil.
Yeah, Kyron's an extremely athletic kid. Of course, the backup quarterback, and plays cornerback last year as a sophomore, and you saw a great effort right there, stride for stride. Good, well-thrown ball, well executed. You can see that kid's got a strong arm. He can throw on the run, so keep an eye on that, but very well played by Kyron.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Boomers with 1 receiver to each side. 2 running backs as well. Woodward, can they get the first positive play? Douglas flushed out. Maroney looked like he was held, and Maroney fights through it anyway and gets the sack near the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 27, a loss of 8 on the play.
Yeah, Eli's just got a motor on him. He's going to go hard every play. Real high-energy kid, strong kid, athletic kid, but I think you were right, Chris. Looked like he was held. It didn't slow him down. We'll see it on the Integrity Heat and Air replay right here. You watch number 33. He's going to come away with a bunch of jersey right there. Oh, but Eli fights through it, finishes the play. Great job by the defense.
Eli was in the weight room a few times this summer.
Yeah, a couple times.
Strong individual. He really broke out a year ago. 3rd down play. Douglas the throw just lobs up to the receiver, has a step, and it's overthrown by a yard. It was there, and those are the type of plays that Woodward has to connect on tonight.
It was there. I mean, that great job by the wideout getting past our best corner in Benford, and really nice, well-thrown ball. Just a little over him, but great job, great effort. Nate's going to pay more attention, I have a feeling.
4th down and 19. We'll see what the Boomers want to do here. They go for a field goal.
Now, this kid's got a mule leg. I was watching him pregame. He can kick the ball.
This would be a 43-yard field goal.
He was kicking it through the end zone. Now, granted, it was on a tee, but he's got an extremely strong leg from the 50. So he's got a very, very strong leg.
Here's the snap. It is indeed strong, Phil, and there's not an official there. There's not an official there to rule on it. And now he's going to rule it no good.
Wow.
This is not good.
Wow.
Folks, I can't tell you if it was not any good or not, but the official on the sideline was running to get underneath the goalpost, and by the time the ball was snapped by the white hat, was almost in the snap, by the way, but the other official was at the goal line trying to run to the far to get under the goalpost. There was another official, but on the opposite side, it looked like he wanted to raise his hands up, but it wasn't his call.
Yeah.
And then the other official gets there and says no good.
Yeah, not good. Not a good start by the crew.
Guthrie have a 1st down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Here is Jalen Harper, and he has a 1st down across the 40-yard line.
Jalen real quick to breaking that one out, but great run, moved the chains again for the Blue Jays. Another great hole by the offensive line. We've talked about this over the last 2 years. Of course, Jalen starter at wide receiver due to injuries. As that Tuttle game goes in, takes over at the running back position. Really, each week's learned how to play that position a little better. And, I mean, he does a great job of letting his block set up, being patient, and then when he needs to, he can go get it. So he's really turned into a heck of a running back.
15 yards for Jalen Harper. Doles lines up on the right side. Guthrie will run on the left side with Harper again. Woodward a little bit better. Jalen able to lean forward for about a yard.
Yeah, good job there by the Bombers.
Good look at the Blue Jays and see if we can take a real quick look at the scores here real quick from last night. Deer Creek with an early lead over Ed Memorial, 3-0. 7-7 between Edmond North and Moore. Southmore with an early lead over Mustang as well, 6-0. Some of your 6A1 scores presented by good friends at South Point Baptist Church. We'll have some 5A scores a little bit later on as well. 2nd down and 9. Calvert up the middle, 45, and he'll lean to the 46-yard line. Pick up a 3.
I think you're going to see tonight, basically from anywhere on the field, especially where they're at right now, it's 4-down territory for the Blue Jays. I don't expect to see the Blue Jays try to punt the ball because I think, and rightfully so, I think defensively we're very confident that we can do what we want.
There is the senior quarterback with the Western Oklahoma sky in the background.
Great shot there.
It's a little dusty here in Woodward.
Yeah, a little dusty.
The wind feels like a furnace.
It does.
3rd down and 7. Calvert to throw. Comes to the near side and overthrew his intended receiver, which was a good thing. I'm not sure if he was looking for Jace Rainwater on the play. Really, Jace Rainwater or number 3, Kyrie Watson, were nowhere near. And Guthrie will have to punt the football for the first time in the 2023 season. Did not punt a week ago.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised to see him punt it here. Probably it's the right decision.
Yeah, field position.
But I am a little surprised.
Yeah, I think you played the field position here. And
Axe still in there for punt.
He's back at his 33-yard line. Woodward will have one guy back. It's a low snap. Kyron punts this one. It's a poor punt. So if Blue Jays would have ran the ball that far, it would have been a first down, but the punt will die down at the 41-yard line.
Not some big games like you said, Chris, in 5A. We'll get some scores. South Point Baptist Church scoring update here in a second, but one of those games that's really, I think, going to be a fun game. It's a 5A, 4A matchup. It's Bishop McGinnis, one of our district foes, against Clinton. Clinton Red Tornadoes. That should be a heck of a ball game tonight.
We'll see if we have any scores after this play in our 5A scoreboard presented by South Point Baptist Church. Ball's at the 42-yard line. Fumble on the play, and the Boomers are going to lose a yard back to the 41-yard line. Just having a hard time going.
Yeah, can't get in any kind of a rhythm so far. Now, they have shown they can throw the ball. I mean, they can get a kid back there. They can throw the ball a little bit. So we'll see if they continue to try to do that. Not having a great deal of luck running the ball right now. So
there are your 5A scores. Tahlequah on top early, 14-0. Del City huge last night over Booker T. Washington, 48-0.
Yeah.
Carl Everett Mid-Del matchup over Midwest City, 6-0. 2nd down and 11, a little option play, and it's 2023, and Blue Jays know how to defend the option as well.
Yeah.
Great, tremendous defense there by Tariq Watson.
What I like about the Watson brothers, they're going to come up, look here at the integrity heat in their replay. I mean, just blows him up, point of contact.
Tackle through.
Yeah, they're very physical. Very, very physical defense. They want to come with bad intentions, and they do. You saw it right there.
Loss of 7 on the play. So -1 and now -7. It's 3rd down and 17, close to 18 yards. Three receivers set for this 3rd down play. Ryan Douglas wants to throw. He got to get away from Maroney, and he simply will not do it. Another sack for Eli Maroney, and the Boomers are once again punting here in western Oklahoma.
Yeah, Eli's a handful. He's so quick off the ball, and you talked about how strong of a kid he is, worked very hard. Looks like he's put on about 10, 15 pounds since last year, but you'll see here just blows through him.
-8, Phil.
Yeah, just blows through that kid. They're going to have to figure something out on that left side because Eli's going to really having his way with that right side of the offensive line. For the
so
Boomers.
Then you run to Nico Pena.
Yeah, which is not good. 3-year starter. and that's why Eli gets a lot of that action. I mean, people are going to try to run away from Nico, so it's a darned if you do, a darned if you don't kind of situation.
5 seconds on the play clock. Woodward might have to spend a timeout. The head coach does not see it. Woodward did not get it off. Now, I will tell you, you're right, Phil. You watch the pregame duties. They do have a great punter kicker.
Strong leg.
It's actually going to be a false start. That number 1's Ace Long. So he kicks field goals, he punts, and he
returns
kicks. And they said a false start. I want to think that was probably a delay game, maybe both of them. But I think he motioned false start, but I think he meant delay a game. Yeah. So the penalty will back him up even further. 2:34 to play here in this first quarter. All Blue Jays.
Now we haven't had a special teams touchdown yet.
That's true. We got 2 of them back there.
Yeah.
A couple Blue Jays in near the 40-yard line. Tariq Watson and Jalen Harper. This one's a high punt. It will bounce into Blue Jay territory, then take a pretty good Boomer bounce. It'll be down at the 43-yard line. So here comes Blue Jay offense back onto the field. Had to punt the football the last time, so we'll see if they regain some momentum here on this offensive drive.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see run the ball, incorporate pass where you want to. But we're not, Blue Jays never going to get too far away from that core offensive philosophy of running the football. It's worked well for the Blue Jays over the years. Offensive coordinator Jason Rice does a great job of bringing, he does a great job play calling. He's an outstanding play caller, in my opinion.
Looks like another Blue Jay was forced off the field due to an equipment thing that the White Hat did not like. I will digress this time, Phil Nichols.
Yes.
Jalen Harper will go down. I digress, and Jalen Harper goes down. Woodward starting to fill that Blue Jay running game. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. So remember, Ponca City kind of felt that out last week, stopped the run, and then Blake Doles in the passing game came around.
Yeah, and I think that's what you're going to see here. I mean, there won't be too much of that allowed before you see some changes. Officials talking to the kids again about something with the uniforms. They're very concerned about the uniforms.
As the Blue Jays, though, now you got to make sure everything is tucked in properly. I mean,
correct. They've set the tone.
We now know, so you got to move on. Yeah. Yep. 3 receivers in this formation. 2nd down and 11. Calvert will keep it. Calvert across the 45, stiff arm down at midfield, 2 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, good position, though, coming up 3rd down and short here. Your whole playbook's at your disposal now if you're offensive coordinator Jason Rice. Good shot there. Take a look at the integrity heat in their replay. He does a really good job of just being patient and setting things up. Really nice job. 9
yards for Calvert. 3rd down and 2, and I think Woodward spins the timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 1:08 to play in quarter number 1. Blue Jays on top, 14-0. This Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? Cheeseburger. You got it. Just up to the cheese now. I got the pickles. Order up on the Sonic cheeseburger.
You got cheesecake and you got ice cream. So when you put the 2 of those together, does that make it one thing?
I'm not even listening to you right now.
I know. Sonic cheesecake glass.
I'm really having an experience here. This is
Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
Ronnie Phillips, Sean Silvis, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you here in Woodward, Oklahoma. First road game of the season for the Blue Jays. So far, so good, on top 14-0. Jays will have a 3rd down and 2 play. They need the Boomers 48 to keep this drive alive, but certainly we think it'd be 4 down territory if you can't get it here.
You would think so in this situation, 3rd and short.
Calvert in the gun. Plag and Doles will flip from the right to the left side. Guthrie will run to the left side. Guthrie will have the 1st down on the left side, and Jalen Harper fumbles the football. It's still loose, but big old 74 Samaje Morgan jumps on it, and they're going to rule him down. So that was fun to watch anyway. Watch Morgan get some extra reps there, but they're going to call him down at the 45. Pick up a 5 yards, 1st down.
Yeah, good job.
We'll see if he was truly down here.
Take a look here. He's battling. Yeah, it's close.
Looks like he was.
I think he's down, but
I think he was down as well.
Down.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Good job by the camera crew. Ronnie Phillips on the production. Under a minute to play. 35, now 34 seconds. Could be the final play of the quarter if the Blue Jays elect to do so. Here's Calvert, and he'll lunge to the 40 for a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job. And like I said, this is what you're going to see. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, do some passing. Now, we saw him like to go over the middle last week. I mean, that middle, just in the mid part of the field, they were really taking advantage of that with the passing game last week.
Blue Jays will wait until the 2nd quarter to take their next snap. Blue Jays on top of the Boomers, 14-0 here in Woodward, Oklahoma. Timeout. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Bluejays from first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Lynette and Chuck take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student-athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Rockland and West. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
Final thoughts from the stadium are ahead on the Terra Insure Group postgame show.
What do we hit? We hit 27. Service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at 18 overhead door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repair to installation. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or overhead problem. After this, call 18 overhead door today. 405-642-7065.
Welcome back. Boomer Stadium, Woodward, Oklahoma. Blue Jays lead the Boomers 14-0. We get set for second quarter action. Still warm in the press box if you're...
Yeah, it's probably still in the 90s, I'd say. What do you think? 93, 94, 95. It's warm, very warm.
Well, as we continue to drive to western Oklahoma, it continues to get warm and warm. Yeah. And so my mistake, I hit a button trying to get a drink of water. It is very cramped in here. So our mics are once again live during that last break, so apologize for that. Just trying to
get through it right now.
Trying to get through it. And I don't want to dwell on the officials, but this is about the fourth or fifth player that has been asked to be removed. And I can't remember 4 or 5 players in the 20-plus years of calling Guthrie football games. Calvert, back to football. We're on across the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. And you probably heard me during the break. And, I don't like to dwell on officials because we need more of them. But it's just well, listen, if we're frustrated, I can imagine what the coaches and players are.
Well, it isn't just Guthrie. It's both sides. Both sides have been affected by this so far tonight. And as we were talking at the break, we're not going to go after an officiating crew, but we're also not going to ignore the obvious.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to try to be fair and be professional in the process, but to say this has been anything but a little disorganized at this point would be disingenuous.
Yeah, it's kind of taken away from the game a little bit. Calvert. Good snap by Morgan, the snapper. He goes downfield. He goes into the end zone, overshot the receiver, and it's intercepted. Trying to find Nate Benford and overshotting. The ball stayed in the air a little too long, and Woodward has the...
Yeah, just overthrew the ball, and here you go. This is what you're going to see. That sunset, too, and I'm not making an excuse. We look at the integrity heat and air replay here. Lets the ball go right down in there where the sun is in a funky spot. Now, that had nothing to do with the outcome. Actually, that made the play by number 2 for the Bombers even better. So, great job.
So, Woodward take over from their own 20-yard line after the turnover. And now Woodward fumbles the football. Guthrie jumps out. That was almost a scoop and score. And now back-to-back turnovers.
I tell you, these boom, they're trying to have a nice play, swing the momentum. Very next play, put it on the ground. Blue Jays better field position there.
Yeah, Guthrie actually gained a couple yards on the play.
Yeah.
They fumbled at the 20, and now they'll have it at the 13-yard line.
I think wasn't that Nico Pena that came up with the ball, I believe. I think I saw that. I think it was Nico. Go ahead. Go ahead and run it. No, Barnell went up. Yeah, Barnell ends up with it.
Harper runs on the right side. Harper dances, and he's into the end zone as he lowers the boom on the Boomer. Touchdown, Blue Jays.
Nice job there. I tell you what, and that shows, we talk about how he's a little shaky. He got a little shake in his giddy up, but he can lower the head and bring something to you as well, as we saw in that last play. Great job by Harper.
One play, 13 yards, and just a handful of seconds for the Jays to get back onto the
there we go. Now we're getting ready for
end zone.
PAT attempt.
Noah French to attempt the Strive Wellness Lounge PAT. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. The Blue Jays now lead it 21-0. Timeout from Woodward, Oklahoma. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Interception, fumble, touchdown. Last 3 plays of this ball game.
Yeah, it was a quick little back and forth there, and we saw a little bit of everything, literally saw a little bit of everything down there. So I'll tell you what, right now the Blue Jays, it has not been a clean game for a variety of reasons. Great shot there, right there with the sun setting in western Oklahoma, but hopefully we'll get a little rhythm going here in all phases of the game.
S&T Oilfield Services kickoff. We'll revisit that touchdown run here in a second after this kickoff here by the Blue Jays, as we'll take a formal look at the John Vance Motor scoring summary. Blue Jays will kick this one off right to left. Don't have 47 on my roster, so we'll try to get him this evening. Kicked off and return from the 9-yard line. It was a good return last time to the 20, and good tackle there by Kyron Axtell at the 21-yard line. The Boomers will take over first down and 10 as we take a look at the touchdown run by Jalen Harper. 13-yard touchdown run. One play, 13 yards, only 7 seconds to do that, as that is a John Vance Motor scoring summary. Big hole there by Cooper Walters creating there, just shoved the guy out of the way, and then Jalen Harper took it over from there.
Jalen can get her done in a lot of ways, and now this Blue Jay defense back on the field. Last week, what did we have, 7 3-and-outs last week against Ponca City?
Yes. 70% of the drives were 3-and-outs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ryan Douglas, the quarterback, throws it a little too low. Had the receiver open, just needed to put him right in the numbers, and that's a completed pass, but nonetheless, it's incomplete, and it brings up second down.
And you saw it again right there. Eli Maroney deep in the backfield quickly. I mean, he's, the kid that's lined up over Eli right now, I'll tell you, that's a tall order, because Eli's going to make a lot of people look bad, but it seems to be a real mismatch right now. Eli can kind of do what he wants off that edge.
Had a good look there at number 1, Nate Benford, on the coverage there. Blue Jays cover very well. They're going to have to get better as the season moves on, that's for sure, between Bedford and Williams. The defensive line, they know what to do. Eli Maroney and Kyron Axtell in on another tackle in the backfield. Eli is having a party in the Woodward huddle.
Well, he's having a whale of a game already. He's been all over the field, made some big plays, several tackles for losses. And he's a leader on the field as well. He's going to help set a tone. Look at the integrity, heat and air replay. Just sheds his block, finishes the tackle. Great job. I mean, that's how you draw it up.
He seems to be occupying the opposing team's backfield.
Yeah, it's Sean. It's like he's in on a play. Oh, you're coming my way.
Yeah.
Loss of 5 on the play. Brings up third down and 16. And it's going to be a little bit further than that as the right side of the line for the Boomers jumps.
You know, and that's part of the byproduct, right? You got somebody that's living in your backfield. The kid's trying to get an extra quick start, trying to give himself a little bit of an opportunity to get in position and start trying to time the snap, things like that, and then you start seeing false starts, and so it's just one thing leads to another in this beautiful game of football.
3rd and 21, Sean.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see. He's right-handed, so he keeps rolling out towards Eli's side, and just like now, just getting shut down. I'll be interesting to see if they try to run the other way and have him throw across his arm. He throws a nice ball, but even in warm-ups, he never went to his left. He only went to his right. And, I mean, if he continues, it's going to be more of the same.
Yeah.
Good scouting report there, Sean. It's a personal foul. Horse collar tackle on Maroney. Was at the 1. We'll take a replay here and see.
This may be the only way we get first downs.
He's got the jersey on the shoulder.
Yeah. He didn't grab him from behind, which is the intent of the horse collar penalty. That was on the side of the shoulder, and I don't think that's the proper call. And Woodward will benefit from that. Instead of punting from the 1 yard line, they'll have a first down at the 30.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. It's not enough for the first down, so it will replay the down. So it would be 3rd down and about a yard.
Yeah.
3rd and 1. See if the Blue Jay defense can stop the Boomers here offensively. I don't think they've had a whole lot of success on 3rd down. I know they haven't, as they look for a first down here. From the gun. Boomers will roll. Maroney was held.
Yeah, it was basically tackled.
And the pass was incomplete. And if we can maybe see how Maroney was held, watch on the bottom of your screen.
Look at that.
Basically taken down.
Now that's a horse collar.
But that was not called. But, Guthrie might have declined it anyway and be 4th down punting time. So
are they going to punt it? Looks like they're going to go for it. Try to get him to jump. Why would you? I mean, you're down 21.
And there's no really.
See if you can get him to jump here. Move a lot of people around. Try to catch the Blue Jays sleeping and jump. And
go Wildcat.
Yeah, it almost worked. That didn't work.
Did not work. I thought Guthrie might have jumped off a little bit early, but no flags on the play, and Woodward goes backwards. And this defense, 2 weeks in a row, just way too much for their opponents.
Yeah, I tell you, this defensive side of the ball is shaping up to be a pretty special little unit based on everything we've seen, for the first game and a half almost, and just kind of clicking on all cylinders. There's been a lot of flags tonight, but I don't necessarily think that was really the Blue Jays' fault, but great job. 3-4 Blue Jays right up the middle, read that thing. And
I think Tyler Giddings was there first. Sorry, partner.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Want to make sure we get Tyler Giddings. We haven't mentioned him a whole lot. Zane Thomas, first carry, goes across the 30. He's going to be close to a first down with that spot. Should be a first down with a run of 11 yards.
I don't know if they see where they spotted it at. Spotting him back quite a ways.
Good look there at the offensive line. And Thomas, number 30.
He's getting better every week, Chris. I mean, he's a talented kid. Of course, we watched him come up through the Blue Jays system. Had a tremendous junior high. Was a great running back in junior high. Very good freshman campaign. And
the down markers past the Thomas. First down no matter what here, and then you don't even need another down. Touchdown, Zane Thomas. That one from 17-yard run.
Yeah, a lot of things not in sync outside of the play of the game right now, but Blue Jays able to punch it in another and set up another PAT for the Blue Jays.
Zane Thomas, and he made it look good, but look at this offensive line.
Yeah, great hole.
Just opening up the hole. Watch Cooper Walters. There's 78, just a big hole. Here comes the Strive Wellness PAT. Noah French. With the Strive Wellness PAT is up, and it is good. Guthrie increasing their lead now. 28-0, 9:10 to play in quarter number 2. Timeout from Woodward. This Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Blue Jays back on the scoreboard. Boy, they're scoring quick tonight, Sean Silvis. And I don't know, what you taking? You like the offense or the defense tonight, Sean?
Man, you know, it's hard to vote against the defense. They're just shutting everything down, but this offense is having just as good of a time tonight. It seems like they touched the ball and 2 plays later we're in the end zone. So, I mean, I think it's a battle between the offense and the defense.
Yeah, Sean, we're looking at our notes. We're both taking notes, and I don't think we have a first down for the Woodward Boomers tonight.
No, none that I can remember.
I thought they had one on the penalty, but that was a yard short. So I think you guys are right. I don't think they've converted one yet this evening.
S&T Oilfield Services kickoff. We'll have the scoring summary here in just a second. We'll brag on that scoring summary here in just a second. Some mind-boggling numbers here as Blue Jays will kick this one off. Blue Jays see if they can tackle here on the return man. It takes a little bounce. Here's the return set up from the 5-yard line, and Blue Jays do a great job of stopping that one at the 15-yard line, and that was Varnell on the tackle. John Vance Motor scoring summary. After the turnover and downs, Zane Thomas 17-yard touchdown run after a 10-yard run to set it up. 2 plays, 27 yards, 33-second scoring drive brought to you by John Vance Motor. So you look at the Blue Jays scoring. First drive, 8 plays, 80 yards, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Yep. After that, 4 seconds, 7 seconds, 33 seconds.
Yeah, that's how these games get away quickly. And another, looks like substitution in there. 35 in for the ball game for the Blue Jays.
Boomers will start at the 16-yard line. Ryan Douglas, quarterback, and another tackle for loss. And it's always trying to find out who it is. That one's Varnell. So back-to-back tackles for Varnell. They get in there so fast, you got to be ready to get a good job there by the defensive line to create that hole for Varnell to sneak in there.
Yeah, Varnell, he's active. He's got great instincts, just like the Herzl boy does. And these linebackers, Guthrie's pretty well known for the linebacker play. I think by the end of this year, these two have a chance to put on a heck of a season. I mean, and of course, it all starts with the defensive line, Chris.
Delonte Glover right there, and Trayvon Braxton to the left.
Yeah, I mean, they're just all there. But Varnell's had a heck of a season last year and continuing this year.
And then you bring in Harradine, number 35, over there by Varnell, and he's a beast right there.
He's nasty.
Douglas completed pass, but even the quarterbacks are pretty darn good, as we talked about Xavier Williams with the quick tackle. Now, do note that the teams will progressively get better as the Jays move on. But they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. See on the integrity heat and air replay here. Great tackle by Williams. Sure tacklers. A lot of times defensive backs at the high school level, they don't come up and really use their pads when they tackle. You see a lot of arm tackles. Not the case with these kids. They like to lower the pads, get level, and run through you when they make contact. So they'll come up and lay the wood to you, no doubt.
Loss on the play there. You see Harradine 35 and Maroney getting ready to crash into the backfield. Douglas rolls again to his right, and he will throw it away, incomplete. It was going to be another sack, and here's a flag thrown. I don't know. I get confused with the high school, college, and pro rules,
yeah.
And it was way outside the pocket, so I don't think it can be intentional ground. It can. Maybe it was.
Yeah, he called it.
And again, I'm not familiar with the specifics of that rule in high school.
Well, I will say
it looked like he was outside the tackle.
Outside the tackle, but Woodward's coaches aren't saying a word about it.
Yeah, and he might be 100% right.
Yeah.
Does the ball have to get to the line of scrimmage?
Right.
I wish there was like universal rules so
Well,
I can
I wish
follow.
that on at all levels, right?
Get another replay here.
Well outside the tackles. It almost, I mean, somewhat of a pass.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it's just.
So the penalty will back it to the 3-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and long. But at the 3, they need to get to the 17. Oh, no, they get to the 27.
27.
So 3rd down and actually 4th down and 24. Intentional grounding is the loss of down. I do know that part.
Looks like we got a timeout, guys.
We'll take it with them. 7:27 to play until halftime. All Blue Jays here. Presented by F&M Bank.
Do you need to register that brand new car? Be sure to stop in at Guthrie Tag Agency. Need a tag renewal? The Guthrie Tag Agency can help you stay up to date. If you need to update your driver's license or obtain a real ID, let the Guthrie Tag Agency help assist you. Located at 2105 South Division Street, the Guthrie Tag Agency is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to noon on the first and last Saturday of the month. For more info, call 405-282-3873.
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Boomers to punt this one away as deep as you can get. It's a pretty good punt considering he was a few inches from the end goal line. And the Blue Jays will have the football at the 32-yard line. Great field position. It's been a field position game all day for the Blue Jays, Sean, as Woodward's been pinned back and Guthrie's been starting the Woodward territory last several possessions.
Yeah, and I mean no disrespect to the Guthrie offense, but it seems like the defense is moving the ball in the same direction just as effectively.
Yeah. And I want to say this: high school football, these kind of games are tough to coach. They are tough to coach because you try to keep the score within reason, and this one feels like it could get real goofy.
You just want to keep playing, especially in the first half, as strong as you can because Guthrie practiced all week long. This is a reward. I mean, practices are hard, and games should be rewards.
And practice situations are different than Friday night situations, regardless of the score or the level of competition. You need those reps on the field on Friday nights.
And it's hard to tell those kids not to play hard.
Yeah.
You tell them all week to, come off the line you're supposed to be doing, and you get out here and they probably ought to let up a little, but you just can't have that.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that later on when the games get a little bit more tougher too, as we get a first look at the first run play getting around the 25-yard line. Number 3, Kyrie Watson, a 5'9", 140-pound senior.
One of the Watson brothers.
As he picks up 6 yards on a jet play.
Are we going to get to see Mr. Doles this week?
There he is.
Well, I'm calling him Mr. because he called me out last week.
He did call you
Mr.
out.
Doles. That's Mr. Doles.
Last week's North Church player of the game. Stay tuned to the post-game show. We'll have it as well. Thomas across the 25, tripped up.
Stay on Blake for a second here on Doles. If you see it on the replay, I don't know if we got it or not, but he looks for collisions on every play. Ball's going the opposite way. I don't know if you can see it right here. Boom. I mean, this kid just loves contact. Sean, we need him in a wrestling room.
Blue Jays.
Well played there.
Nicely read by Woodward. Tackled back at the 25, lost a 3 on the play.
Yeah, if Blake Doles wants to get in the wrestling room, I'll give him my shoes.
That's right.
I'll walk around barefoot. That boy will do just fine on a mat.
He's got the mindset.
For sure. I think he's wrestled a couple of seasons in his life.
Yeah.
But football is definitely where he needs to be.
No doubt.
4th and 3. Jalen Harper in the Wildcat with the lead of Delonte Glover. That's simply just not fair. It's a first down across the 15 to the 14. Fresh set of downs.
Well, you make me giggle because you remember what position did Glover play on this very field as a freshman?
Running back.
Running back. As a freshman, he stepped out of the running back position, had a great ball game. Watch him leading the way here. Boom, drives number 4 back about 5 yards, but Blue Jays moved the chains again for another first down.
Andrew Knight, 72, checks into the ball game on that offensive line. They're on the left side. They run to the left side. That's Delonte Glover. He knows how to score in Woodward, Oklahoma. Delonte Glover's first touchdown of the season. And, I remember the Delonte Glover on this field. You set it up nicely, Phil.
Thank you very much, but I'll tell you what, he was wearing a different jersey then.
Yes.
I think he was number 30 that year, I believe. But I'll tell you what, how fun is it, in my opinion, your best defensive lineman gets on the board on offense, carrying the ball. That's big time.
That'll make practice a little. We look forward for practice
That's
as we
right.
get set for the Strive Wellness Lounge PAT. Noah French trying to make it 35-0. Kick is up, and it is no good. Misses on the Strive Wellness Lounge PAT. Blue Jays hold on to a 34-0 lead. Back after this. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At Terry Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans. Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, and Dennis Oaks aren't limited to any single provider. We'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terry Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terry Insure Group at 405-293-4880 or stop by at 622 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terry Insure Group, insuring your world.
Do you need to register that brand new car? Be sure to stop in at Guthrie Tag Agency. Need a tag renewal? The Guthrie Tag Agency can help you stay up to date. If you need to update your driver's license or obtain a real ID, let the Guthrie Tag Agency help assist you. Located at 2105 South Division Street, the Guthrie Tag Agency is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to noon on the first and last Saturday of the month. For more info, call 405-282-3873.
Delonte Glover, first touchdown run of the season, first carry of the season. I don't know. I think I might retire.
That's 1 for 1.
5 plays, 32 yards, a minute 56. That is the John Vance Motor scoring summary. PAT was missed. Blue Jays getting ready to set the kickoff on the Strive Wellness Lounge PAT. After this kickoff, we'll take a look at the 4A scoreboard. If we have enough time, we'll take a real quick look at 5A. But stay tuned during the Golden Chick halftime show. We will have the full scoreboard show presented by South Point Baptist Church. We'll also have highlights of the first half. Those are brought to you by Eddie Hinkey. Stetson Bentley this season. Here's the kickoff and the return inside the 10, up to the 20 and down near the 23-yard line. And the Boomers will have a first down and 10. Let's take a look at those 4A scores while we can here real quick. And how many last night over Cleveland? That was the 101st time they played. That's the longest rivalry in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it is. Baker Mayfield, Corn.
Inside joke. Cushing leads Bristow 20-18. Perkins Tryon Demons. First-year superintendent Doug Ogle.
Look at him.
Lead Tecumseh 7-0. Stigler leads Catoosa 21-13.
Weatherford game for 13-7. Weatherford winning that ball game.
Collinsville 5A leads Oologah 21-7. First and 10 for the Boomers. Ryan Douglas the throw, center of the field, and it's incomplete. Take a look at 5A scores real quick if we can.
Got Piedmont last night getting a 14-6 win over El Reno. McGinnis leading Bishop. Well, that's not. Leading Clinton right now 7-0.
Yes.
Lawton Ike over Lawton, or tied with Lawton MacArthur. No score in that game. Carl Albert 19. Midwest City 0 in the second quarter. Blanchard beating Noble right now 20-12. I think Chris, you just talked about that. And then Wagner, number 1 in 4A. Good ball game against Coweta right now, leading 10-7 in the second quarter.
I'm going to talk to my good friend Aaron Ryburn on the scoreboard tonight. Aaron, if you can do me a huge favor, because I messed up. Bishop Kelly should be Clinton. McGinnis is playing Clinton, so if you can make that change for me, appreciate that. Ain't that weird how technology works? That's
a beautiful thing.
Ryan Douglas, it's not been beautiful for him, and he's going to go down. Tyler Giddings, his opportunity to bring down the quarterback. He takes full advantage of that. He's tackled at the 24-yard line. Maybe a 1-yard pickup, and still be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, right now there's just that front line. And this is why everybody always talks about the guys with the little numbers, but you can see right there, it's the big boys up front on the defensive and offensive lines. The games are going to go as they go. There's no more important position on the field than offensive and defensive linemen.
Yeah, guys, on the last, a couple defensive runs ago, I watched them double team both of the tackles.
Got that.
So four guys were on 2, and the Guthrie 2 tackles pushed the 4 guys into the backfield, and that runner had nowhere to go. So 2 on 4, and they still got negative yards.
Yeah. Nico Pena covers up the fumble of the Boomers, and another turnover will give the football right back to the Blue Jays.
Exchange. Got the exchange. Nico right there. Nico's had a lot of fumble recoveries in his career. I mean, it seems like every year he's got 3, 4, 5 of them. There's another one for the senior, Nico Pena.
Guthrie will take over at the Woodward 23-yard line. Calvert the quarterback, Harper the running back. We'll give it to Harper. He'll run right up the middle, across the 20, across the 15, down near the 10.
Yeah, just a steady dose. Run that ball. That offensive line's doing a great job. That H-back's doing a great job. Halfback's doing a great job blocking. I'll tell you what, running games just look really great the last 2 weeks, and it all starts with the kids up front. They're doing a super job.
10-yard pickup, 1st and down and 10 for the Blue Jays. 4:09, 4:08 to play. Here in quarter number 2, Guthrie won a week ago 40-0. Might be able to get 40 points in the first half this week. Calvert hands it off. Watson finding the edge. Harper applies the block. Still looking. He has a 1st down. Driven out of bounds. 1st and goal, Blue Jays.
Well, great job blocking on the outside, on the edge. Those Blue Jay receivers giving them an opportunity here. Watson kid's very quick. We're watching him all through Little League, junior high. Watch this great job out here. Blake, great job.
And then Harper.
Harper, great job. Just doing a tremendous job blocking downfield.
Driven out of bounds at the 4-yard line, so it's a 9-yard pickup. And so now if you're the coaching staff, you're like, who do I give the touchdown to?
Yeah. I mean, Harper's going to say, well, what about me, Coach? Blake's saying, well, I was North Church player of the game last week. What about me, Coach? Who knows?
Calvert says, we can draw up any play. I'm going to run it. I read the end, Coach. Come on, veteran. Oh, he hands it off to Harper. Harper untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Jays.
Yeah, and we talked about this in the pregame, Chris. We felt like this is a game that we'd see some kids in that second half action get a lot of playing time, get an opportunity to get out there and develop themselves into the bright lights on Friday night. So, I think that's what it's kind of stacking up to be right now. And here we go with another PAT for the Blue Jays.
Presented by Strive Wellness Lounge. Noah French missed his last one. See if he can connect on this one here. Make it a 41-0 ball game. It's a good snap. It's a good hold. Kick is long enough, and this time it is good. Score now 41-0. Timeout from Woodward. Blue Jays can maybe get one more touchdown. Presented by F&M Bank.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
41 love. Blue Jays 11 this one here tonight.
41 love.
The U.S. good. Opens this week.
Well, it's 40 love. I mean, 41's not a 10. I mean, it would have been better if it would have been 40 than 40 love. That's actually
I'm just going off what the scoreboard says.
Well, I know a little bit about tennis.
I'm just going to, we're not playing tennis, we're playing football.
Oh, we said love.
Well, that's what you say.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Dolphins.
Got to have some drama in this game.
We had some on the drive up. My driving was being ridiculed. You pulled me off and told Ronnie to take over, put me in the back of the van.
Executive decision.
I didn't appreciate having to ride all the way in the back of the van.
Got us to Watonga. Well, better than the top, right?
Well, I don't know. It's pretty hot back there.
I'm ready for some cool weather.
I am too.
Kickoff again by S&T Oilfield Services. Return from the 10-yard line. The entire length of the field, and he'll get out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Boomers. And Sean's looking at his notes. I'm looking at my notes. We're still trying to find a Woodward first down.
Yeah, you guys probably could quit looking. I don't think you're going to find it.
3:37 left in this half. Stay tuned. Golden Chick halftime show. We'll have scores throughout the entire state of Oklahoma. Imagine there's some good ones going on right now. First half highlights, a lot of them, a lot of defensive highlights.
Yeah.
We'll try to check out the YouTube feed chat as well. I don't have my computer in front of me because the space is here tonight. So let us know where you're watching from. Be sure to hit that like button as well. Douglas, the quarterback. There's a flag thrown in.
Huh. Personal foul. Target. I didn't know you could target to the shoulder area.
Well, fine. That's why we have replay.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Here it comes. Nothing there.
That would be targeting. Well, you got him with the shoulder.
Got him with the shoulder.
You can't lower your head. That's a no-no in college football.
Okay. That just seems like a good.
It's shoulder to shoulder.
Seems like a good tackle to me. But
I can see what the official could maybe have seen, but as an official, it's called timing. You got to make sure, let the play develop before you make your call. And it looked like shoulder to shoulder. I know he saw the head lower. He saw contact, and you got to let that one play out. That was a clean tackle.
Yeah.
First down via penalty.
Yeah.
Ball's at the 35. Douglas, a little screen pass, caught, and they fumble the football. Picked up at the 43. Here's the return, and out of bounds. And Woodward with yet another turnover, unforced turnover that time. And picking it up was Tyler Giddings for the Blue Jays.
There you go, Tyler, getting himself in the stat book. 3:04 left. I'll tell you what. Just run the ball, but you'll see it here on the Integrity Heat and Air replay of the game.
You know, guys, he rolled out to his left that time. It was only the second time tonight. He did complete the pass, but it didn't work out well in the end.
They'll mark him out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Guthrie's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is their 9th offensive possession.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Calvert up the middle. All right, that's one good run. You're done for the rest of the night. He gets tackled at the 20-yard line. 10-yard pickup, should be a Blue Jay first down.
That brings up a good point. You know, it's kind of the talk around town. You know, nobody's criticizing, but when's the right time to pull out like your quarterback, your tailback? You know, I mean, we're up 41-0.
I'm thinking
kids don't want to come out.
Yeah,
but
there's a good look at 7 QB1. Yeah. I don't know if QB1 comes out in the second half on the gridiron.
I wouldn't think he would. Give some kids an opportunity to play out there.
Low snap. Calvert with the lead block. Thomas. Calvert stops at 15. Flag down. Tackle at the 11. All the flags I think have come by 2 officials.
Yeah, they're practicing.
The white white hat and the guy on the Woodward sideline are the only gentlemen.
It's west side heavy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just getting a
holding penalty.
Yeah, I guess right
maybe there.
I guess that's what they're calling. Yeah, that's probably what they're calling. got his arms extended a little bit.
I don't know if the officiating crews want to come to do Guthrie games. We got the replay, we got frame by frame, we got all the cameras in the right spot.
We can be wired up to them. So what? Well, that wasn't right.
And off to Zane Thomas, a huge hole. He runs on the right side. He runs into the end zone. Zane Thomas with the touchdown run, but give that one 100% to the offensive line.
Yeah, great job here. Oh, holding. Bring her back, boys. Another holding call. What was it? What did he call? He changed it. Well, I don't really know what it is at this point.
There's visible frustration on the faces of the Guthrie coaches.
Yeah, I see 6 coaches on the field, Sean, so I think you're right.
I'm not sure that frustration is towards the players as much as other things.
Yeah.
Guthrie takes a timeout to have that conversation. We'll go ahead and leave it here as the conversations are being had. And look, nonetheless, look at Blake Doles. He's about to get that guy out of the way. Then you have some new offensive linemen right there looking for someone to block. Just a well-drawn-up play. Then you see Jace Rainwater downfield, number 40 right there, blocking as well.
I was looking. I didn't see anything obvious. Now, I mean, I'm up here. I mean, I could be wrong.
Let's take a look at some 6A1 scores. There you see Coach Kelly Beebe discussing some of these calls. And if the radio TV team is having some frustrations, I can imagine what Coach Beebe is having. Just trying to figure out what it is, Sean.
Yeah, good conversation there.
Just having that conversation, like, what are we doing?
We call that colorful communication.
Well, I think, it looks pretty calm. Kelly's just saying, hey, I'm just letting you know.
Let's take a look at those 6A1 scores presented by South Point Baptist Church here real quick. Westmore, that's a rival game with UConn. They lead at 20-7. Mustang, Broken Arrow leads Tulsa Union 17-14. Broken Arrow shut out a week ago, 41-0. Now lead Tulsa Union 17-14. Deer Creek with a 10-7 lead over Ed Memorial. We'll get more into the scores here in a little bit on the halftime show. Pilty Max backs it up to the 25-yard line. Thomas again. And Thomas will just pick up a couple of yards on first down.
Yeah, and go back. Sorry about that, folks. Get back to where we're at here. Again, working with limited space here, guys.
Yeah, we're standing up the entire time.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. Old people aren't supposed to stand up this long, Chris. There might be rules against that.
Second down and 14 from the 24. Calvert will hand it off to Thomas. Between the tackles, and look at the little guy go. That's between the tackles. That's into the end zone. What a run.
Great job by Thomas. And is that his second or third for the evening?
I got to add him up.
That might be his third, I think.
I believe it's the second, but it could be the third.
I don't know, but he's had a good night. That's for darn sure. That offensive line doing a great job downfield. Skinny linemen, those receivers doing a great job blocking downfield. Zane finishing it off here. Look at this on the Integrity Heat and Air replay. Well, that's the play before. Oh, got the PAT coming up.
We'll take a look at the Strive Wellness Lounge PAT. We got a new young man in there to kick. 53, Jesus Torres. His extra point is good. On the Strive Wellness Lounge PAT, score now increases up to 48-0. Take a timeout. This is Blue Jay Football presented by F&M Bank.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
Hayes Tree Service is a proud member of the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce and a huge supporter of Guthrie Public Schools. Cody and Kathy Hayes are available 24/7 for emergency tree work when Mother Nature hits. Hayes has the experience and equipment needed for tree trimming, removal, and stump grinding. Fully insured, Hayes is the company that other tree guys call for help. For a free estimate, call 405-535-6560 or find them on Facebook. Go Blue Jays!
Thought the Blue Jays might be able to score one more time for this half. 48-0, minute 27 left. Take a look at the scoring summary after this kick. You see Torres get in there and knock it through the uprights. Return from the 10-yard line. We'll just get past the 20-yard line. John Vance Mother scoring summary. Zane Thomas, second touchdown of the night. This one from 24 yards out. Couple plays for the Jays to get into the end zone.
I know why I thought he had 3. He had 1 called back right before that. So in my brain, you know what I mean?
You don't have to explain it to me.
Well, I feel like I need to.
Okay. Scoring summary brought to you by our good friends at John Vance Motors. Again, big thank you to John Vance for helping the radio team out with transportation.
Yeah.
It was a much comfortable ride on the way up here today.
I feel like you're driving a bus in that thing.
It's, yeah.
It's a big rig. I told Ronnie we're basically professional truck drivers after this trip.
Without CDLs.
Well, let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Boomers. Stay tuned. Golden Chick halftime show comes up here in just a few moments. Douglas rolling, throwing. It passes incomplete. Good coverage by the Blue Jays once again on that one. Pass defended nicely by Xavier Williams.
Yep. He's done a great job this year. Sure tackler. Very good on coverage. Good shot there of Eli and Kellen. And
the sun settling.
Just all, man, what a great shot.
Appreciate our camera crews once again tonight. Lance Evans, Michael Pruitt, and Kel Evans. Really getting you the great shots, and they got to concentrate every single play to bring it. You'll never know when there's going to be a fumble, a sack there, like Tyler Gettings. Get a good shot there. I mean, we're starting to take it for granted.
Yeah, a little bit, but great play by Tyler. I'll tell you, you just, I don't know, man. I love good defense. It's just so much. And, defense can completely set the tone for the offense, obviously. And you see him fight off his block, finish the tackle out. Great job. Got up like he's been there before, trotted back to the huddle. That's how you should do it right there every time.
Could be the final snap of the half if Woodward wants to. 3rd down and 13. Certainly wouldn't think they'd take a snap to punt the ball if they can't get the first down on this play. Douglas, again, outside the pocket. He's going to try to run for this one. And he will step out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And I think he's going to be a yard or 2 short of the first down. He just threw the football at him. That's a penalty.
Shiminy.
And there it is.
Good.
Back judge saw that.
That's silly. Just silly. Have a big play, best player of the game.
Yeah.
And I know they're frustrated. I mean, they're down 48-0. But you can't just,
Wasn't sure if the officials want to see it, but again, I was talking about timing earlier.
Yeah.
Make sure you see what you saw. And
everybody saw that.
Did not get the first down with that spot, so it's going to be 4th down as they back it up. Unsportsmanlike on the quarterback. Ball would be marked inside the 20-yard line.
Whitehead's over here on the sideline.
First-year head coach getting an explanation. It shouldn't be a real long conversation. I'm sure he did not see at the end of the play, but the quarterback obviously threw the football at the Guthrie player in frustration. First-year head coach for the Woodward Boomers, King Gordon. Spent 5 years at Northwestern Oklahoma State University in Alva. Played college football at Northwest Missouri State. He was a linebacker. Looks like a linebacker, Phil.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, guys, I think his frustration is that as they were blowing the whistles for the step out of bounds, one of the Guthrie players still playing hit the quarterback, and the quarterback got it frustrated through the football. And so the coaches, I think, were calling for a late hit as a retaliation to maybe cancel the two.
Well, they say, Sean, especially in wrestling, the second guy usually is the one who gets caught.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Or protect yourself at all times might be another one.
3rd down and 14. And the white hat has not put the play clock into motion yet. We're just continue to be delayed. Now Woodward will swap out their punt team. The play clock is at 0, so this can take as long as they want right now, apparently. Now they started on the referee's whistle. Referee allowing extra time. Boomers punt this one away. Takes a Guthrie bounce. It hits the Boomer at the 40. So Guthrie, Phil, 17 seconds.
Kneel on the ball, get out of here. Let's go into halftime. Don't you think?
I didn't get to ask the question.
What do you think? Well, I'm asking you.
Yeah. Put a knee down and let's agree to a running clock.
Yeah, let's agree to a running clock. We didn't have dinner.
We got to get back to Logan County.
Well, we're going to eat first.
Oh, we're going to eat first.
Yeah, healthy food only, honey. Be having a salad and probably some water afterwards.
Again, it's just taken forever in between series here.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. 8:25.
Don't forget, let us know where you're watching. Put us in the comments in the YouTube. We have another flag. Personal foul. Woodward. Guthrie's in a huddle.
How can it be a personal foul? Maybe an unsportsmanlike, but I don't like it to be a personal foul.
Guilty party is leaving the field. Now the White Hats talking to Coach Kelly Beebe on the far side.
48-0. 17 ticks left for the half.
So there's going to be 15 yards. So Guthrie's going to have the football even closer. So they will.
He declined it.
Declined it. Okay.
Yeah. We'll kneel and get out of here.
Golden Chick halftime show coming up. We'll have some highlights of the first half. Scores. If we get there. As a missionary, please go to the YouTube comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd be glad to give you a shout out during the Golden Chick halftime show. Now the White Hats back over to the visiting sideline, getting in position. The penalty was declined, so Guthrie will have it at the 42-yard line. Hayden Calvert with time to throw. Nothing there. Wants to throw, nothing there, and he'll go down with a sack at the 46-yard line. That will be the final play. Well, Guthrie will take a timeout. With 7 seconds.
You want to keep it here, Chris?
Yeah, we better. I don't want to miss anything if anything crazy should happen. Guthrie will be at Duncan next week.
Yeah.
1 week from tonight. And then a bye week.
Yeah.
And then district play. El Reno last night gave people on everything they want. El Reno led majority of the game. It was scoreless for a while. Then El Reno at 6-0. And then Piedmont with 14 points in the fourth quarter to win. That was a very emotional Piedmont team. They were very excited to get that victory on the road on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And you're like, why Thursday night? shortage of game officials. They had to move that to a Thursday night to make sure there were enough officials on Friday night as well.
It is why there's so many more Thursday night games all over the state. I think we have 2 or 3 this year.
3 this year.
Very unusual.
Always have one for sure during fall break.
Yeah.
Second down 14, 7 seconds left. Blue Jays with 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Calvert downfield has a man looking for Benford, and it's intercepted. Won't be pretty in the stat book, but only 1 second left. Second turnover on the Blue Jays tonight. Second interception allowed tonight. Again, that won't matter. It'll just be ugly in the stat sheet.
Yeah.
One play left, you think?
Yeah, I think. There we go. Oh, we don't know where to. Okay, we're getting the ball set.
Look at that cool sky.
What, Chris? Why is it on the 5-yard line?
Was there? I didn't see a flag. I didn't see a referee put a flag call. Doesn't matter. Taking a knee no matter where it's at.
Yeah.
And Woodward will get the knee, and we will go into the halftime locker room. All Blue Jays all night long here in western Oklahoma. Guthrie goes into the locker room leading this one 48-0. Take time out. Come back with the Golden Chick halftime show. This Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Athletic performance and recovery, hangover relief, brain fog, strengthening hair, skin, and nails, anti-aging, metabolism enhancement, migraine and pain relief, fatigue, and dehydration. Call us at 405-293-4160.
Martin Insurance is your local agent ready to serve you. We have over 150 years experience and represent all major insurance companies, so you get the best coverage and price for your specific needs. Whether you need coverage for personal, home, and auto, or for your business, no account is too big or too small. For that local service and expert knowledge you deserve, stop by Martin Insurance at 115 South Broad Street in Guthrie. Call Mike Cheap, Pat Cheap, or Chris Herzl at 405-282-3770 or visit cheapbrothers.com anytime.
Cheeseburger. You got it. Just up with the cheese now. I got the pickles. Order up on the Sonic cheeseburger.
You got cheesecake and you got ice cream. So when you put the 2 of those together, does that make it one thing?
I'm not even listening to you right now.
Sonic cheesecake blast.
I'm really having an experience here. This is
Sonic at I-35 at Highway 33.
Integrity Heat and Air provides award-winning heating, ventilating, and air conditioning services to Guthrie and the surrounding areas. Integrity's indoor air quality specialists are friendly experts at service, repair, and installation. They proudly serve and install the latest Linux products and service all other brands with their A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Contact Integrity today at 405-833-5992 or online at integrityheatandair.com. Integrity Heat and Air, it's our pleasure to serve.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Do you need to register that brand new car? Be sure to stop in at Guthrie Tag Agency. Need a tag renewal? The Guthrie Tag Agency can help you stay up to date. If you need to update your driver's license or obtain a real ID, let the Guthrie Tag Agency help.
Welcome inside the Golden Chick halftime show, along with, we got a bunch of them, Phil. Here we go.
All right.
Aaron Ryburn.
Yeah.
Cody Knox.
There he goes.
Connor Phillips. Lance Evans. Kel Evans. Michael Pruitt. Ronnie Phillips. Sean Silvas. Phil Nichols. Chris Evans.
Yeah. Why? You're always last on this, but you're always first on everything else on the intros.
Well, I'm just cleaning it up.
Yeah, no, it's a good job.
Yeah. Blue Jays cleaned up the Boomers in the first half. 48-0 at halftime. Woodward Marching Band to perform here at halftime. As promised, we'll take a look at some of the scores around the state of Oklahoma. Don't forget, get your comment in on the YouTube chat. Let us know where you're watching. Hey, you can even become a subscriber or donate if you want to. We got a lot of gas to get back home. We appreciate you checking us out. Let's take a look at some scores from around the state of Oklahoma. We'll start in 6A1 football. Norman North last night in a rivalry game over Norman. That game was played at inside Gaylord Memorial Stadium at OU. Westmore leads Yukon 27-7. Mustang leads Southmore 28-6. Broken Arrow still leads Tulsa Union. Last check there, 17-14. Deer Creek over Memorial 10-7. Moore, Edmond North, a good one there, 17-14. Owasso.
Wow.
Could Jinx go 0-2?
Yes. Doesn't look good.
Pocket City on the scoreboard this year.
Yeah.
Got a touchdown, but they trail Enid 16-7.
You know, Enid played Muskogee really well through about the first half last week. Really showed some things. So maybe some things are turning around in Enid.
6A2 scores. Of course, Enid with the new head football coach this year. 6A2 scores. Muskogee shutting out Putnam City 35-0. Muskogee, by the way, a high school huddle #1 team. Check out the high school huddle every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock on Second Banana Media. SecondBananaMedia.com for more details. Putnam City West in a rivalry game leads Putnam City North 20-7. Northwest Classen trails U.S. Grant 6-0. Claremore over Bartlesville, a little 5A over 6A2, 14-7 there. In Southeast, the opponent that Guthrie will see later on this year in district play had 3 Division I players transfer out of Southeast.
Yeah, crazy.
2 to Dell City, 1 to Westmore. Yeah. But they have their way right now 20-0 over Capitol Hill. Take a look at scores in 5A, all brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. And Bishop Kelly, that should say Clinton. So last report, McGinnis leads Clinton 14-0. The logo is correct, but the words are not correct. So we apologize for that. Last night, Piedmont beat El Reno 14-6. No score reporting. Lawton MacArthur, Lawton Nike. Carl Albert shutting out Midwest City 26-0. 4A Blanchard leads 5A Noble. Looks like Noble headed to 0-2 on the season. Blanchard winning that one 40-12. Tahlequah over Sapulpa 28-12. The Duncan Demons, the Blue Jays opponent next week, leads Lawton 14-13. Wagner leads Coweta. Wagner #1 team in 4A football, taking on 5A3 Coweta. 10-7, good game there. Collinsville all over Oologah 35-7. Dell City 48, Booker T 0. Dell City, I think if they played the game out last week against Choctaw, obviously for reasons we now know with the shooting violence over there, but Dell City, I know Carl Albert's a heavy favorite. Carl Albert, Dell City, probably the 1-2 talk. Guthrie right below that conversation. Dell City looks like the real deal.
Well, they're the real deal, and I think the score is indicative of, I think, a really good Dell City team and a Booker T Washington team that's actually on the climb.
Yeah.
And, and they have been the last couple years.
Good news for Booker T, they're coming down to 5A next year.
Coming down to 5A, but, Dell City's waiting for you in 5A too, Booker T. So, I think Booker T is definitely taking a step or two back from what we became accustomed to over the years with them. And that Wagner-Coweta game, Coweta is a very good football team. And, of course, Wagner, we called that state championship game. They won on the last play of the game with a field goal. Wagner, great coaching staff, great players, great community support. 10-7, like you said, Chris.
Woodward Marching Band continues to play here at halftime. Guthrie leads at 48-0. Take a look at 4A scores here real quick. Hominy last night over Cleveland 41-12. There's that Blanchard scored again. The Fighting Doug Ogles, Perkins Trayon Demons. Of course, Doug Ogles, former assistant superintendent Guthrie, now over at Perkins. He went viral for reasons we won't talk about here tonight.
Very long.
21-0. Everyone knows the superintendent Perkins now. Bristow leads Cushing 21-0 as the Woodward fight song strikes up for the first time tonight. Something to play for. Ada shutting out Ardmore 20-0. Marlowe 21-0 over Chickasha. Stigler 21-13, and no update since we last saw. So Kingfisher continues to lead on the road at Weatherford 14-13, and Ronnie's Durant Lions lead Broken Bow 10-6.
There you go.
Those are the scores, all brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. We'll take a time out here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show. Plenty more to come here in Woodward, Oklahoma.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Bluejays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Cheeseburger. You got it. Just up to the cheese now. I got the pickles. Order up on the Sonic cheeseburger.
You got cheesecake and you got ice cream. So when you put the two of those together, does that make it one thing?
I'm not even listening to you right now.
Sonic cheesecake glass.
I'm really having an experience here. This is
Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33.
I know John for a long time. I like the fact that I can drive into the Autoplex and I know I'm going to get greeted by a courteous salesperson that's really there to help me. Not to pressure me to buy a car, but to help me. I've sent a lot of people to John. They make you feel like they were very, very glad you bought a car from John Vance.
John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
Golden Chick Halftime Show. Appreciate you checking us out on this Friday night. A lot of folks checking out the broadcast tonight, might not making the trip, but we do invite you out to the Gridiron next week in Duncan, Oklahoma. Blue Jays will take on the Duncan Demons. 6:30 pregame. Kickoff 7 o'clock. Halliburton Stadium in Duncan, Oklahoma. Ponca City, we're kind of surprised what they did last week. I think they'll get better, but we knew Woodward's kind of where they are right now, but it'll slowly get better. Duncan next week, and then it's all on when the Tuttle Tigers come to town for homecoming.
Tuttle, consensus top 5 team in 4A.
Yes.
Blue Jays consensus top 5 team in 5A. Homecoming for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have one of the best homecomings anywhere you've ever been. It'll be rocking and rolling. The big parade. All the cool stuff that goes on at homecoming, and then one whale of a football game. I'll tell you, that's going to be a deep in the fourth quarter kind of ball game, Chris.
No doubt about that. Take a timeout here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show. Come back, take a look at some of the highlights in the first half. There was a lot of them. Blue Jays lead it here at the break, 48-0.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Go Blue Jays!
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All Blue Jays here tonight in Woodward. Halftime score 48-0. Welcome back inside the Golden Chick halftime show. And before we show you the highlights, I want to make sure we get all of our John Vance Motor scoring summary in here. Here are your touchdowns tonight, Phil. Harper, 5-yard touchdown run. Calvert, 2-yard touchdown run. Harper, 13-yard touchdown run. Thomas, 17-yard touchdown run. Glover, Delonte Glover, 14-yard touchdown run. Harper, 4-yard touchdown. And Thomas, 24-yard touchdown run. Those are your John Vance Motors scoring summary. Take a look at the highlights of the first half presented by Eddie Hinkey, Realtor, Stetson Bentley. Phil, there was quite a few of highlights in this one.
Yeah, great job here by Hayden, just tugging the ball, scooting down the home sideline, pick up about 30, I believe, on that play, Chris, and then big number 4 finishes it off. That was after the
8-play, 80-yard drive.
You can see the snap over the head, recovered on the 1-yard line. It's going to be a quick touchdown here for Hayden. And again, the story tonight has just been this great job up front again for the Blue Jays, defensive and offensive. Great to see Eli Maroney there. He's been making big plays. Watson boys making big plays. Here's Eli again. I think Eli's got 4 or 5 tackles this evening for a loss, and a really nice pass down here. You'll see the interception there by the Blue Jays.
Another
fumble recovery right on the very next play. Fumble recovery, and then here goes Harper again.
Interception, fumble, touchdown.
Yeah,
3 plays
for one of his 3 touchdowns in the first half. And it's just kind of been that kind of night, right? You're going to see it again. Another tackle for a loss by Eli.
Harper, by the way, 3 touchdowns last week, 3 touchdowns this week.
Yeah.
Probably won't be a player of the game in either game.
Probably won't be player of the game, yeah.
Here's Thomas.
Yeah, good
he
job,
will eventually. He had 2 touchdowns, had 1 called back.
I'm telling you what, this
he kept running.
He's deceptively fast. Great job there again.
Varnell.
Varnell's been everywhere.
Williams.
Great hit there.
He tackles through you.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Here's Delonte.
Here's our big nose guard. Look at him. Look at him.
He still looks like a running back.
He does. I think the truth is we're about 5 deep at running back this year. Nice fumble covered by Nico Pena there.
1 of 3 touchdowns for Jalen Harper. Highlights continue. Here's a fumble. Good job.
That was a nice strip.
Poked it out,
there.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Kai Axtell.
Yeah.
Great job. Here's Thomas. Tough run there. And
of course, he scored on that drive. We weren't able to catch it.
We'll get in the highlights later on. Tyler Giddens with another tackle there. Blue Jays led it here at halftime, 48-0. Appreciate Eddie Hinkey, Realtor with Stetson Bentley with the first half highlights. We'll take a timeout, come back with more here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Meet Eddie Hankey with Stetson Bentley, your gateway to exceptional real estate opportunities. Whether you're seeking a cozy home or a thriving commercial space, Eddie has the expertise to match your unique needs. From family-friendly neighborhoods to lucrative business locations, Eddie is your partner in making the right property move. Explore the endless possibilities together. Eddie Hankey, where home and business meet success.
Martin Insurance is your local agent ready to serve you. We have over 150 years experience and represent all major insurance companies so you get the best coverage and price for your specific needs. Whether you need coverage for personal, home, and auto or for your business, no account is too big or too small. For that local service and expert knowledge you deserve, stop by Martin Insurance at 115 South Broad Street in Guthrie. Call Mike Cheap, Pat Cheap, or Chris Herzl at 405-282-3770 or visit cheapbrothers.com anytime.
Blue Jays warming up here at the Golden Chick halftime show. Get set for second half action here in just a little bit. We appreciate all the great comments on the in the chat tonight. Keep them coming. We don't have my computer this evening. It's just not enough room in the press box tonight. But all I see is Ernesto Pena telling us, just know I have cheesecake coming to you on homecoming.
That's the way I have hand, Ernesto.
Blake Swartz says, go Blue Jays. Luke Young, great blocking O-line. Way to plow the way. Win the battle in the trenches. That was one of our keys for the Guthrie Blue Jays to do that. Tara Drake wants to know, Phil, how are the new headsets?
My new headsets are perfect. I had to lobby for 17 years to get these things. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate the new headset. Nice investment. I always like to look at these, Chris. We've got Miami. Jacob Dole's watching from Miami, Florida. We got Axtell watching from Wyoming. Chris Talbot watching from McAllister, our buddy Chris.
Well, Christopher Johnson watching from Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Guthrie, Oklahoma. Nathan Evans watching from a restaurant there in Guthrie.
Guys, can we get a comparison of defensive yardage versus offense for the Jays? That's
a great question.
Great question. We have running stats, but not enough to really to break that down. I can tell you, I would think the Guthrie offense is probably winning close.
Scott Vaughn, is Scott deployed right now?
Don't believe so. Teaching.
Well, he says watching from the desert.
Well, then he is deployed, yes.
Great job, Blue Jays. Scott, we appreciate your service. Guthrie educator, and son plays on the football team, and just all kinds of good things going on there. So
thank you.
So we're always glad to see those things. Got some stats from our good friend Rob Hudson just popped up.
Let's come back with those stats up there. One of the officials just came into our booth. Thought we were in trouble.
Wait a second.
Running clock. Yes. We will have a running clock. Final time out here on the Golden Chick halftime show.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on tender. That's like a chicken dating.
Welcome back, Golden Chick halftime show. And boy, you ask and you shall receive. I'm trying to figure out who was asking. By the way, Colorful Stuff is watching from home, and Millie Varnell watching from Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
There you go.
Go Sandites, go Blue Jays. I forgot who asked. Scott, thanks so much for all you do. I can't keep track of how many times you've been deployed, but well, we thank you for what you do. Bo Knights watching from the stadium. Stephen Hartzell, Guthrie, America. And I'm trying to find, Cousin Nate. Let's see here. Good to see you, Cousin Nate. Okay, Daryl Horn says, guys, can we get a comparison of defensive yardage versus offense for the Jays?
Well, I can't give you, I guess. So we got Guthrie first downs, 14. Woodward, 1. That was on a penalty, Chris. We have rushing attempts, Guthrie 32 attempts, 261 yards rushing. Woodward 16 attempts, negative 47 yards rushing. Passing, Blue Jays have 10 yards passing tonight. Haven't really had to throw the ball. Woodward has a negative 1 yard. Total yards. So Woodward for the night, negative 48 yards to the first half of offense.
We were stunned that Ponca had 7 last week. Guthrie does even better than that tonight. Appreciate the question. Keep them coming in the comments. We will have a running clock in the second half. It will move fast. Our final timeout here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Strive Wellness Lounge is a professional concierge nursing, innovative nurse practitioner-led practice using cutting-edge technology to give you convenient care, IV therapy, telehealth, medical weight loss, men's health, ED, testosterone, and hormone therapy. In our Wellness Lounge, or the convenience of your residence, hotel room, or place of business within reasonable time of receiving your call or text. Strive Wellness has designed several formulas. Call us at 405-293-4160.
About set for second half action. Appreciate all of our great fans, boy. We got a 48-0 game in Woodward, Oklahoma, and we still have a tremendous crowd watching and messaging. We appreciate that. How about this, Phil? Jacob Barnell watching from Stillwater tonight, baby.
That's awesome. Of course, Jacob walk on over at Oklahoma State University, getting ready to have a game tomorrow at home.
Jesse and Afton are watching from Tulsa. Number 77, the center, is my son, a.k.a. Squishy.
There you go.
I like that. Molly watching from Iowa. Thank you, Molly. Megan Calvert watching from Edmond. Takia watching in Oklahoma City. And I saw this one earlier. I want to make sure I get it in here. Miss Juana watching from Langston, Oklahoma. We appreciate everybody checking us out tonight and hope you enjoy the Golden Chick Halftime Show. Again, a reminder, we will have a running clock here in the second half, so it should move pretty quick here. Grant White watching in Guthrie at his home.
And I've got one that's not on here, but a text to me, my buddy Mike Chrisman, watching from Wichita, Kansas.
Jim Algren watching in Edmond. Good to hear from you, Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
Jaylene and Delonte were quarterback and running back in Little League together for the Oklahoma City Broncos. And got one more, Sam Rice, and he calls him the boss. Calls the wife the boss. Sam and Holly watching. From Guthrie. Blue Jays will kick off this second half. We're underway here in the second half. Here's the return from inside the 10-yard line. And return to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Boomers.
Tell you, we talked about special teams earlier. Boy, they've done a great job the first 2 weeks keeping those returns inside that 20 to 30-yard line, really putting the Guthrie defense in a great position when they trot on the field. They haven't given up anything big on special teams so far this year.
All the kickoffs this year brought to you by S&T Oilfield Services. We appreciate Eric and his entire staff once again this season. Good to have them back. Also, E&H Dirt Work. Diamond formation. They'll run on the left side and -2 yards. So now -50 yards of offense for the Woodward Boomers.
Yeah, just nothing there. Yeah, I know I keep saying it, but it starts up front and defensive line gets that push. Kids don't have anywhere to go. Linebackers, DBs come up and clean it up. Doing a great job.
Phil, what's been most impressive for you defensively? You got the front five, the linebackers, or the secondary?
It's the front five for me. I mean, they're just, I mean, see it again right there. I mean, they're just so disruptive and they're all quick, right? I mean, you know, you're going to see bigger defensive lines this year in 5A football. I don't think you'll see a quicker defensive line in 5A football. I mean, these kids, every one of these kids by position are so fast to the point of contact. Always get pushed, always disruptive. It all starts with those kids up front.
Delonte Glover in on that tackle as well. And it's not, there's a lot of times there's 2 or 3 Blue Jays tackles for loss in the backfield.
Right.
Stream is struggling. There it goes back. Might have been a little buffer. Apologize for that. Boomers punt this one away. It'll bounce at the 40, and Guthrie will have a first down and 10. There's that deep Blue Jays coming off, defense coming off.
Now we saw all the starters back out on the defensive side of the ball. We'll see what the offense. I think we'll see some different personnel on the offensive side of the ball. Well, I see Harper. Well, I see our starting quarterback. Okay, I was wrong, Ronnie.
Maybe they'll get one series.
Oh, we had a flag? What was that for?
Must have been. I didn't see one marked.
Yeah, flag on the Guthrie side of the field. The referee over there.
Well, they don't
flag, but I'm not sure what for.
So skipped. So no warnings were called earlier. So that's a little unusual.
So Guthrie set up camp at their own 45-yard line. There you see QB1 and Jalen Harper.
Yep.
Two receivers. Calvert to throw. Nothing there. Dumps it last second. It's intercepted for the third time tonight. And Woodward will have it at the 46.
Well, there's been a black eye tonight. It's obviously those 3 interceptions. And, one of them is just a really good play. That was just an ill-advised pass. We do have a Blue Jay down on the field right now.
Injured Blue Jay.
Looks like Plagg, maybe.
Yeah, Eli Plagg will be looked at. We'll take a timeout here with 9:09 to play in the third quarter. Again, a running clock here. Well,
there
he's
you
getting
go.
up.
He's getting up.
All right. We'll keep it here. Don't want to miss any of the action. When you talk about the defensive line, then you look at Big 35 there, Herendeen, and he's just if he can't get in your top 5 on the defensive line,
well,
because
that cat's nasty.
Yes.
I mean, he's very physical.
And he's in there a whole bunch. I mean,
got him some bad intentions.
Starting's kind of overrated.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But, boy.
He's a contributor, though, there's no doubt.
100%.
Yeah. And that makes, because you have kids like him that can come in, makes that D-lining better because he can give them blows, man. Give them an opportunity to get out, get a couple breaths in, keep people fresh. I'll tell you, this D-line, they're a heck of a good one.
I seen Herendeen at church the other day, man. He sat right across from me. I was like, man.
Yeah, I know.
I would not want to block that guy.
Guys, I get the honor of getting to wrestle with him. And, yeah, when he shoots, it's hard, fast, and explosive.
Yeah.
I'm 0 for 3 on that one. Option play. Option will never, ever
That's a face mask.
work.
Yeah.
You're 100% right, Sean.
Yeah.
But option play will never work against the Guthrie defense with Kelly Beebe leading the way.
Just grabbed a face mask, not unintentional, but I'm not saying it's going to be a 5-yarder. It's going to be a 15-yarder, but it wasn't a personal foul face mask.
This is why the running clock will benefit everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to make a tackle. It happens. Those darn face masks get in the way.
So, Woodward's going to get a first down via penalty.
Yep.
Second first down of the night?
Of the half. They got a first down.
So 3 in the game. That's right.
All
Second and a half, 3 in the game. So
all 3 on penalties.
So the question we were on Guthrie News page, the drive to victory presented by John Vance Motors. Yep. The question was, will the Woodward Boomers score?
Yep.
Put that in the chat. Will the Woodward Boomers score? Let us know, yes or no. 8:55 and rolling on the game clock. Fumble, Woodward back on it.
Yeah, that front pressure on the Guthrie just has them struggling to get ball connected.
No, for sure he stepped out of bounds and came back in. The white hat is all the way back here. I missed this call. Legal man downfield. Or illegal touching.
Yeah.
Could be likely illegal touching. Good job by the official there. Daryl Hughes checking us out tonight in Boston, Massachusetts.
Big
D? Yes.
That's my boy right there.
Braden Cheney says he misses it.
The Harry's talking.
Correct. Grant White says no, Woodward would not score. There's the penalty. Philip High says thank you for making this possible for us to watch at home. You bet. Glad to do it, Philip. And why you thank us, but also thank all the great sponsors to allow this to happen.
No doubt
we appreciate them. Matt Adams says no, it will not score. MS says nope, will not score. Jay Rippey says not looking too promising, although the penalty backs it into Woodward territory. 2nd down and 30. Under 8 to play in the 3rd quarter. Quick snap for a few yards. Actually, no yards. 3rd down.
Well, with this running clock, it will go quick.
It will.
I mean, it will go quick. Of course, even with the running clock on penalties, the clock will stop.
Philip High says Woodward will only score if a Blue Jay does it for them. Broadcast freezing up. Yeah, again, we're on a hot spot tonight, so it's been pretty good for the most part. It's been steady red, and this is bonus time right now for the stay
I'm standing
red.
here with my right arm over my head, my left arm to the left.
Zach Henry says definitely not. Zach Henry.
There you go.
Blue Jay graduate from a year ago. A lot of big plays a year ago for football and baseball. And now Eli Maroney and the quarterback. And I know the quarterback threw Maroney
on the track.
On the track.
Yeah.
Now there was some scuffling before that. Quarterback's already got one unsportsmanlike penalty this evening. These two officials have been busy tonight.
Looks like there may have been some extra contact on the way to the track as well.
Yeah, there
was. We first have intentional grounding, and then the quarterback got caught again, and he did.
Yeah, he did. He did it. We saw it all plain as day.
And both penalties will be marked off.
Yeah, they will be marked off, so it's a real problem.
Darrell Horn says Woodward depends on the white hat.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Kevin Nail says not at this rate. Joshua Raines. Hey, Josh.
Joshua.
Good to hear from you.
He ran a 5 flat 40 in high school. Do you remember that? Sorry, Josh. I had to do it.
He makes up for it on the pass ball now. He says nope. Appreciate Cody Knox tonight on our chat. He's our moderator on there, trying to keep everything clean. Those darn spam sites. Cody keeping it clean tonight. Appreciate him and his work answering your questions, as well as we try to get to all of them. Sometimes unable to get to. Again, we don't have my computer, so I can see them as they come in due to space this evening.
I got my boy Josh says 4-8 Phil, LOL.
4-8.
Yeah, 4-8. I think he was a little quicker than that. But Braden Cheney said that we skipped him. Said we skipped him on his prediction. He said they're not scoring. So
3rd down, and we'll call it 56, Connor.
Oh, boy.
We'll add one more to it. Let's
56.
just add misery to it.
We'll do 57. I'm 57. 57.
No, we're going to be
56.
4th down and 56. I wouldn't mind if they just start the clock. We're supposed to have a running clock. It'd be nice if they actually got it going here.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Terry Insure Group postgame show. We'll have our North Church player of the game, as well as our interview with head coach Kelly Beebe. We'll take a look at game highlights by Eddie Hinkie, Stetson Bentley, John Vance Motor scoring summary, all in the Terra Insure Group post-game show. Don't forget, also, we'll have the Martin Insurance play of the game.
Yes.
The White Hat continues to have conversations.
He's a talker
with
Chris.
the coaches
He's
tonight.
a wee bit of a talker.
4th down and 56. Don't say that very often. It's a high snap, almost blocked. Filled it. 45-40. Still on his feet, 30, cuts it. Oh, almost. Almost took it to the house was Mr. Watson. Guthrie have a first down and 10 as Mr. Watson comes into your screen.
Just got a phone call. I'm not going to say from who, but he's been a part of the program for a long time. He said this game could force me into retirement. So it's taken a while.
Guthrie take over at the 31-yard line. Jalen Harper remains in the ball game, runs across the 20-yard line. Hayden Calvert remains in there as well. Blue Jays with a first down run. Harper, big hole on the right side. He has a couple blockers. I think he's going to get in the end zone, and he does as he sneaks in. On a 20-yard touchdown run, Jalen Harper with his 4th touchdown run of the night.
Great job downfield blocking by the wideout. I think that was Axtell that came back and made that great block that led him to get into the end zone. Super job. Just great blocking ever. Get ready for this PAT here. As always, that's the Strive Wellness point after attempt. Good friends at Strive Wellness Lounge. Encourage you to go see Stefan, Tina, and the crew at Strive Wellness.
Extra point is good. 50 to play in the third quarter. 3rd down and 14 for the Boomers. Again, we're on a hot spot tonight. Nothing we can do about that. Just work to get it on, and we have a couple of backups as well, and we got it worked out. Thank you for staying with us, and appreciate the messages. We are quickly aware when we're on the air, so we see it right in front of us, but we do appreciate in case we're not watching. So
you bet.
So we know it's buffering, but
yeah, that's right.
for a running clock, it's even the running clock is frustrating tonight. It's not running.
Well, I think we're trying to remember how that works.
It's not. Yeah. And we have more conversations.
Yeah.
We have an injured player down as well.
Okay. So I believe running clock should start now. There you go.
MS says adjust the tinfoil.
Oh, okay. Very good.
I didn't think of that.
No, I'll go do that next time.
Fourth down, 8, punting time for the Boomers. Here's a return from the 37-yard line. Look at the speed by Watson. A couple of blocks, still on his feet, and he'll finally be brought down after a nice run. We get the field 30, about 43-yard return. Certainly think Kelly Beebe will run the clock run the football to guaranteed a running clock as much as he can.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Covered in the game. He'll hand it off to Kai Axtell. Kai, a couple of yards. Let us know in the chat who should be the North. Welcome back. Apologize for the buffer. We do have the highlight, so we will show it to you here in a moment. Extra point is up, and it is good. Blue Jays in the end zone. We'll tell you who and how far the last one was. Timeout from Woodward. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years.
I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
Back. Blue Jays score again on the ground. Here's that replay. Here's the touchdown. Zane Thomas, 5, 10, 15, 20 yards. Zane's third touchdown run this evening. Score brought to you by John Vance Motors. Scoring summary. Now for the S&T Oilfield Services kickoff. Here's the return from the 9-yard line. Going to try the far side. And it'll be tackled just before the 20-yard line. Did you mention a Blue Jay watching? Former Blue Jay?
Yeah, we've got quite a few of them watching. We've got, let me go back up there. Let me get there, I'm sorry. Bo Davis checking in from Anna, Texas. Bo, one of those great Blue Jay linebackers himself, 3-year starter for the Blue Jays.
So Bo Davis is watching. Luke Davis is coaching.
Yeah,
I saw Cal Davis at lunch today.
Yeah, Cal. There you go.
No Kenny. No Rick.
No Rick or Kenny. What Cal used to always say, get in the van. And a good line.
That's the end of the third quarter. We'll come back with fourth quarter action. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Final 12 minutes of football. Blue Jays all over Woodward tonight, 62-0. Blue Jays will blow it up again. Woodward well on their way. They had negative 48 yards of offense at halftime. So that will stay negative, it does appear, the rest of the inning, unless they can get a big old play here. There's big 42, Eli Monroney. So sources tell me there's another Davis inside Boomer Stadium.
Yeah, we've got a report from afar. Evidently, Papa Kenny Davis is at the game.
We're fighting it. Yeah, we're fighting it.
Through.
Got 9:24 and rolling. Come on, hot spot. Appreciate you sticking with us. And if it does go down, we're fighting to get it back, and we got everything recording for sure in case we miss anything big, but did not miss anything while we're gone. The referee's telling the clock operator to run the clock. Backup quarterback in there for the Boomers. Number 7. They'll fake the reverse. Blue Jays. You just can't stretch it out. Watson on the tackle. Backup quarterback for Woodward in there, number 7. Cash Carter.
Clayton Carpenter was in on that tackle too, wasn't he?
Good job, Clayton Carpenter.
Good job, Clayton. Hey, Clayton's one of those sophomores, isn't that right?
5'10", 150-pound sophomore.
Yeah.
Pass play, batted up and complete. Clock stays moving. Brings up a 3rd down and 13. Hometown crowd really haven't left the field. They've stayed here the entire time.
Good to see. They're going to support their kids.
Although if they left, maybe allow more bandwidth.
Yeah, okay.
No?
That's fair.
Okay,
that's
right.
fair. That's fair.
Am I thinking out loud?
No, it's fair, though.
Okay.
It's fair. Yeah, it's fair.
I'm trying to keep the folks in Guthrie informed.
I know.
It's what we do.
I know.
Third down play, pass incomplete behind the line of scrimmage. They say it's a fumble picked up by Woodward. And Varnell in on the tackle.
I'd like to know how many tackles Varnell has.
In the ball game for the Blue Jays. 37, Mason Russell. 6 foot, 175-pounder right there in your screen.
Get everybody out of here healthy and happy tonight.
No doubt. It's been a good Mercy health report so far tonight. Keep that nice high punt. Goes in Woodward bench. We'll see where that one's marked off. Look across the way. Full moon, Phil.
Full moon. You know what that means?
No idea.
It's full moon.
Oh.
Yeah. Just, it's always a battle up here with the internets, or lack thereof. Beautiful shot of the moon right there. Great shot. Love to see that.
Man.
Yeah, it's big time.
Our camera crew.
On point.
They don't have their headphones on tonight because of no space.
Right.
Able to get that in there.
They're killing it. They're killing it.
Jace Rainwater with the carry.
Jason,
loss on the play.
Sorry about that, partner. Jason, another one of those sophomores. That's a heavy sophomore class. Would have been even heavier. We've had a few kids that have moved and things like that. But I can tell you what, these kids that are still here, they're an exciting sophomore class. A lot of kids going to be players for the next 3 years for the Blue Jays. A lot of good Little League kids coming up, good junior high kids coming up. Looks bright for the Blue Jays.
Second down, 15. Maddox Vaughn, the new quarterback. They'll hand it off. Pile continues to move. Here's a flag.
Of course it is.
Really no reason to throw the flag. As long as the clock keeps running, it's stopped.
Yeah, that's right. It's just...
Elijah Smith, the running back there on the last play.
Sideline.
Sideline warning?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they marked it off, but yeah, knocked it off. They penalized him.
Snap over the head of Maddox Vaughn. Maddox,
cover it, Maddox.
Get it, Maddox. Attaboy.
There you go, buddy.
Maddox saves a turnover. Ball went flying over his head on the snap. Greg Stevenson, number 18 in the ball game for the Blue Jays. Receiver far side, Alex Juarez. 17, Kobe Wilder, wide receiver. Jays will run it here. Maddox Vaughn in at quarterback, mentioned him earlier. Offensive lineman C.J. Long in the ball game for the Blue Jays. 62, LaRon Richard. 54, Bryant Mick, also in on the offensive line.
Bear.
Andrew Knight back in there again. Saw him in the first half. Blue Jays will come on the punt with their punt team. Probably good practice. They've only punted once this year. Number 2 here, Kai Axtell. He probably wants a little redemption after his first punt. This one, not much better, but it is better. And about a 2-yard bounce, and it'll be 1st and 10. Woodward Boomers. Clock stops at 3:37. It's the worst running clock in
the history
of Western
of the
Oklahoma. The referees.
I mean,
the referee whistled it in. The clock didn't move.
There we go. We're going again.
It's the longest 69-0 ball game I think I've been a part of.
Insane.
1st and 10 for the Boomers. Pass is incomplete. Terror Insurance Group post-game show coming up. I have our North Church player of the game, and folks, we might run through quickly here on the post-game show this evening.
Yeah.
We got a long drive back, so. Now, the last name Harper in the comments is saying 4 touchdowns for number 4 has the player of the game.
Who put that down?
Markel Harper.
Oh, okay. Now, listen, great game.
So, can I say Kel Evans, the on-field camera operator, should be the.
Yes.
Now, Harper, 4 touchdowns.
No, I got to say, the kid's got 7 touchdowns through 2 games this year. And we understand that everybody kind of understands how we do this.
Okay, now Braden Russell says number 37, which is Mason Russell.
That's right. So, but let me explain how we do this, okay? This is a very important honor. A lot of kids, and we want to try to get kids that have great games, get them recognized.
And when they have their football banquet at the end of the year, they're recognized for these.
That's right. And some there are those kids out there, Harper being one of them, that could be named player of the game every week.
Correct.
Okay, so we try to do the best we can to recognize all the kids that are having great games, but it's very valid. You have 4 touchdowns off stats. You'd say, well, geez, that's pretty obvious. And we got a lot of people voting for the offensive line that makes many of those touchdowns possible. It's tough to get them all in.
Jason Rippey says this game brings back memories of the 2007 season.
Yeah.
Well, the question was on the way down, and the question at halftime was, would Woodward score? And they were about to punt the football away. If that's the case, it certainly looked like the Blue Jays will get another shot. They had 5 of them last year. They're 2 for 2. Guthrie goes to Duncan next week. We'll see what that has in store. I think, and I'm being serious, maybe one of the highlights has been Woodward punting.
Yeah, the kid's got a great leg.
He's got a great leg.
He really does. Yes. Really does. And to be quite honest, I wasn't down there, but from my angle, when the officials weren't in the right position, it appeared to me
it was good.
that field goal was good. So, I'm up here. I didn't see it.
Phil, I was a little closer to that position.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah. So, okay, Chris, we got a small situation.
What's that?
The boss at the Silva's house, Lindsay, has put her vote in for player of the game. And we've already decided who's going to win it all.
Wyatt Coyote?
No. That Maroney guy.
Maroney.
Now, Lindsay, I don't know if you just heard me. Eli will have a lot of opportunities this year to be player of the game, okay? So, great game. He had like 118 tackles for losses tonight. We get it?
And that is the ball game.
There we go.
We're going to take our photo. There's a successful Blue Jays right there. Delonte Glover. He had a touchdown tonight. He's a happy boy, big boy. He'll sleep good on the bus tonight. Blue Jays win at final score 69-0. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's the Terra Insure Group post-game show. QB1 leads the Blue Jays yet to another victory on the road. Timeout from Boomer Stadium. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Integrity Heat and Air provides award-winning heating, ventilating, and air conditioning services to Guthrie and the surrounding areas. Integrity's indoor air quality specialists are friendly experts at service, repair, and installation. They proudly serve and install the latest Linux products and service all other brands with their A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Contact Integrity today at 405-833-5992 or online at integrityheatandair.com. Integrity Heat and Air, it's our pleasure to serve.
Hayes Tree Service is a proud member of the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce and a huge supporter of Guthrie Public Schools. Cody and Kathy Hayes are available 24/7 for emergency tree work when Mother Nature hits. Hayes has the experience and equipment needed for tree trimming, removal, and stump grinding. Fully insured, Hayes is the company that other tree guys call for help. For a free estimate, call 405-535-6560 or find them on Facebook. Go Blue Jays!
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Meet Eddie Hankey with Stetson Bentley, your gateway to exceptional real estate opportunities. Whether you're seeking a cozy home or a thriving commercial space, Eddie has the expertise to match your unique needs. From family-friendly neighborhoods to lucrative business locations, Eddie is your partner in making the right property move. Explore the endless possibilities together. Eddie Hankey, where home and business meet success.
The rights to this broadcast have been granted by Guthrie Public Schools. Any rebroadcast or republication of the programming without the written consent of Guthrie Public Schools is strictly prohibited.
Blue Jays winning tonight on the road. Final score 69-0. Terra Insure Group post-game show. Head coach Kelly Beebe still speaking with the Blue Jays, as you see there. And so we'll take a timeout, one more timeout, then we'll dive into the TIG post-game show to allow the players some time before we talk to them, along with Coach Kelly Beebe. Timeout. This is the Terra Insure Group post-game show.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Strive Wellness Lounge is a professional concierge nursing, innovative nurse practitioner-led practice using cutting-edge technology to give you convenient care, IV therapy, telehealth, medical weight loss, men's health, ED, testosterone, and hormone therapy. In our Wellness Lounge, or the convenience of your residence, hotel room, or place of business within reasonable time of receiving your call or text. Strive Wellness has designed several formulas. Call us at 405-293-4160.
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Meet Eddie Hankey with Stetson Bentley, your gateway to exceptional real estate opportunities. Whether you're seeking a cozy home or a thriving commercial space, Eddie has the expertise to match your unique needs. From family-friendly neighborhoods to lucrative business locations, Eddie is your partner in making the right property move. Explore the endless possibilities together. Eddie Hankey, where home and business meets success.
Welcome back. Terra Insure Group post-game show. Blue Jays win it tonight over the Woodward Boomers 69-0. TIGOK.com is the website. Boy, you go on their website. Request a quote right there. Do all the work. Find what you like. Talk to Seth Robbins and the crew. Monday morning. Phone number is at the upper right corner of TIGOK.com. Well, there was a lot of folks to go with, as you see on your screen, for player of the game. Let's go downstairs with Sean Silvas with tonight's North Church player of the game.
All right, guys, I am down here with number 8, Tyler Gettings, the outside linebacker-ish on the Mike's side. Tyler, talk about the game. You had a lot of tackles, a lot of action. You stayed busy down there. How was it for you?
It's just like my interior guys, they just make everything bounce out for me, and I could just rally up the football every time. It wouldn't be nothing without those guys.
Yeah, it seemed like they just kept pushing. Nothing in the middle. They had to run outside, and, boy, they were running right to you. Now, talk about you picked up a big fumble, got some yards out of it. Walk us through what happened there.
I grabbed the football, and I really didn't know what to do with it. I almost started running the wrong way, but I turned around, started going through a couple stiff arms out there. It was just a really fun ball game.
Fun ball game. Well, congratulations on player of the game. Nice job.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Sean. Tyler Gettings, the North Church player of the game, and if we can get Coach Kelly Beebe now, we will take him. That way we can get him on the road as soon as possible as his Blue Jays win it tonight by a final score 69-0. Guthrie led early. They led often here tonight. Let's go downstairs with Sean Silvas with tonight's winning coach.
All right, guys, I'm down here with head coach Kelly Beebe after just another dominant performance down here in Woodward. Coach, just walk us through the game. Your offense was lights out. Your defense, again, was just phenomenal. Talk us through the game.
Well, this was a very odd week of preparation for us because we had zero film or idea of what they were going to run schematically on either side of the ball. So we practiced for a myriad of things during the course of the week and just told the kids we'd have to adjust as we got here. They wound up settling on a 3-back option concept, which I thought we played pretty well. Obviously they weren't in game shape because that you can practice all you want, but game shape is different. So I did think their kids held up pretty well, and they did 2-platoon them, which was good for us to see. Part of the challenge when you have a big lead like that in these early games is we still got to get the work we need for our varsity guys, in order to be ready to play the Duncan and then the Tuttle and then the Piedmont and build that base. But no, we're very dominant defensively. Multiple turnovers, capitalized on their mistakes, and then offensively, I don't know what we rushed for, but between Harper and Zane and Calvert, we've got to clean up some things in the pass game, getting the ball thrown a little bit more efficiently. Special teams, I thought we kicked off and tackled really well, missed one extra point, but the process was good. So, we were looking for improvement from last week to this week.
Yeah, well, Coach, they did great. Just back on the offensive side of the ball, not a lot of yards because the defense seemed to be pushing them down so far. But, the offense, I think, what was there, 7-8 touchdowns? Talk us through that offensive line, the way they were just pushing. It seemed like 2 plays and it was a touchdown.
Yeah, we had to figure out a little bit. They were overloading our offensive right-hand side and leaving that backside gap open. And the guys kind of figured out how to attack that a little bit. And then we got a couple of pretty good cutback runners. So where they overloaded, they were hitting some back doors. And then, Zane can really accelerate. And, we've all seen what Harper can do. So, the offensive line did their job and created gaps, and then our guys got through it. And I thought our receivers blocked good down the field, too.
All right, just last question for me, Coach. Next week, game preparation. What can we look forward to seeing next week with the guys?
Well, Duncan is got a new head football coach, Matt Terry, and he's coached at Duncan prior to. He's come back as the head coach. He's a 4-3 type guy. Ross Carter, formerly at El Reno, is the offensive coordinator, and he'll have a lot of trap game and 3-receiver side concepts and try to outflank us a little bit and then get us over to the outside and hit us back up in the middle. So they present a lot of problems. They've got a real savvy sophomore quarterback, and then they've got a tailback / H-back that's the Couts kid. He's 6'3", 215. He played quarterback last 2 years before the coaching change. So Duncan's a long trip down there. It's supposed to be 102 in Duncan next week. So, our preparation, for them as we go into the ball game, will be make sure we alignment and assignment, and then that we're able to block that 40 front, with 3 linebackers in the box, because we don't see that all that often.
Well, Coach, we look forward to next week. Hopefully more competitive game. Congratulations on another win. Guys, back to you.
Hey, Coach Kelly Beebe join us here on the Terra Insure Group post-game show. We'll take a timeout. We still got a lot to go here after this from Woodward.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans. Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, and Dennis Oakes aren't limited to any single provider. We'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 405-293-4880 or stop by at 622 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Bluejays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC. At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Go Blue Jay.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Integrity Heat and Air provides award-winning heating, ventilating, and air conditioning services to Guthrie and the surrounding areas. Integrity's indoor air quality specialists are friendly experts at service, repair, and installation. They proudly serve and install the latest Linux products and service all other brands with their A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Contact Integrity today at 405-833-5992 or online at integrityheatandair.com. Integrity Heat and Air, it's our pleasure to serve.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Bluejays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Lynette and Chuck take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
Final thoughts from the stadium are ahead on the Terra Insure Group postgame show.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065. At Terry Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans. Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, and Dennis Oaks aren't limited to any single provider. We'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terry Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terry Insure Group at 405-293-4880 or stop by at 622 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terry Insure Group, insuring your world.
Welcome back. Terra Insure Group post-game show. Blue Jays win it over the Boomers 69-0. Ronnie Phillips, Sean Silvas, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. Final time here tonight on the broadcast as we got a long trip home. So a little bit of an abbreviated Terra Insure Group post-game show, but we always invite you to visit tigok.com. Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oaks, all three great Blue Jay alums and three Blue Jay supporters in all sports. And you see the address, 622 South Division. You can't miss them. They're on Division Street and just do so much for our community, and they do so much for your home business and auto and all that great stuff. At Terra Insure Group postgame, or Terra Insure Group, we appreciate them every single time. And offense, outside some turnovers, was able to score early and often. Defense, another negative yards on their opponent tonight, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously just Woodward was just overmatched in all phases. And, you know, I know this guy's coached college football. I know he's been around his whole life, but first ever high school football game coached. And obviously knows football, but hopefully they continue to get better, get kids involved in the program and improve. And had good fan support tonight. That's always good, and they're going to need to continue to do that for these kids throughout this season. But, you know, for the Blue Jays, you know, it's just another great defensive performance. And yeah, like Coach said, we got to clean up some turnovers, but overall, another great night for the Blue Jays.
And, Sean, your thoughts here as we wrap it up here. Duncan will be a better ball team next week. Now, Guthrie will be a heavy favorite as we check some of the highlights presented by Eddie Hinkey. Highlights Eddie Hinkey, Stetson Bentley, but Duncan will be a little bit better program that Guthrie will see next week, and then the big showdown with Tuttle.
Yeah, I think, you know, the story of the game, I wrote this down on my notes, Chris, but at one point in the third quarter, you said 4th down and 56.
Yeah.
You know, that basically sums it up. I know I visited with Coach Beebe there at halftime, then again at the end of the game, and he was more concerned with just trying to get some quality playing time for his guys, but was a little bit frustrated. You know, he didn't want to overplay. He didn't want to, you know, put too much on him, but at the same time, just trying to get ready because, you know, that last half of the season is going to be pretty stiff, and he wants these guys prepared.
Jalen Harper, 4 touchdowns tonight. Thomas, 3 touchdowns tonight. Delonte Glover, touchdown. Hey, Varnell, the linebacker got in on a touchdown as well. Thanks in part to Tyler Gettings, our North Church player of the game, stripped that one loose for Varnell with the scoop and score. So, Phil, the good thing about now is this time of the season, college football was last night, high school football tonight, college football the rest of the way. NFL is around the corner as well. So football season is officially here, and the Blue Jays are 2-0.
Yeah, Blue Jays 2-0. Great time tomorrow watching some college games. Both both in-state schools, at least OU and OSU, have games openers tomorrow. So plenty of football for everybody to watch.
Appreciate everyone checking us out tonight, and apologize for some of the glitches. Nothing really out of our control, and for the most part, if I'd have known this is how it would have gone, I'd have been happy with it. So our camera crew didn't have any of their headsets tonight because of space, and Sean had to come to the home sideline this evening. But big thank you to you as well, all the great viewers out there. Your questions, your comments in the chat really helped us get through this ball game tonight. And a big old thank you to all of our great sponsors up and down the list. Couldn't do it without them. Big thank you to Cody Knox, our moderator on our YouTube channel tonight. Also, all the great graphics you see are built by Cody Knox and Aaron Ryburn. If you follow Guthrie Football on social media, that is Aaron Ryburn getting it all done on the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We appreciate him getting it all out there so people can be aware of the Blue Jays' 69-0 victory here tonight. Big thank you to Connor Phillips, our scoreboard graphic tonight. Our camera operators, they continue to get better and better every week as well. They are big time, and that's why they get to do the big games every single year in the postseason as well. Kel Evans, Lance Evans, and Michael Pruitt do all that. Ronnie Phillips is the producer. He's the nucleus of all this production here tonight. Appreciate him as well. Our next broadcast 1 week from tonight. The Blue Jays travel to Halliburton Stadium in Duncan, Oklahoma. 6:30 pregame show brought to you by Bank First, and then kickoff at 7 o'clock. Be sure to join us in Duncan. If you're unable to make it, you can always check it out right here on GMP TV. Final score for the final time tonight in Woodward, Oklahoma, inside Boomer Stadium. The Blue Jays win it. Final score 69-0. For Sean Silvas, Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. Have a great night, and as always, go Blue Jays.
Guthrie Football 2023 is brought to you by Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, and you. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. North Church Guthrie, you matter. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. S&T Oilfield Services, Joshua 2415. The Martin Insurance Agency, insurance excellence. Integrity Heat and Air, we work with integrity. Strive Wellness Lounge, health therapy. Eddie Hinkey, Stetson Bentley, real estate. Guthrie Blue Jay Football is also brought to you by Interbank, A-Team Overhead Door, Hayes Tree Service, Guthrie Tag Agency, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic I-35 and Highway 33, Mosquito Authority, E&H Dirt Work, Exxon, and Merritt Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma. You've been watching Guthrie Blue Jay Football, home of the 4-time state champions. Until next time, go Blue Jays!